Mary, I am out of control. Yeah, I use drugs. I can do what I want, bitch. Yeah, I have sex and I don't use protection. It's my hot body. I'll do what I want. I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever. I'll do what I want. Do what I want.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's doing great.
Nazi fags.
Welcome to the night show. I'm kind of a big deal now. As somebody saw, I was on the Hayden trial stream, so that was fun. And to show how much of a big deal I am, I have two even bigger deals. One, a beautiful pineapple.
What's up, people?
Wow, that sounded really high pitched. Are your balls okay?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm having a great time.
And an even bigger deal than the pineapple. Nick Ricada. No, I don't have Nick, but I'd like to. Nick, if you hear this, love to have you, buddy. It's just dance.
Oh man, they're going to be so
just dance.
They're going to be so disappointed now.
Oh wow, busy day. I tell you what, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just mesmerized by Mighty Meat because that's actually tracking you for real, isn't it? That's your movement. That weird Harry Potter type dude. Is that right? What are you doing?
Okay.
I'm headbanging.
Really slowly.
Yeah, it's not great. It's but it's here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna say hi to the people. I did, however, get to join the trial today. I was really hoping we'd get a verdict, but we didn't. So we sat there for hours. I will say one thing real quick, and I'll get off stroking my own ego.
You're just your
well, my hands haven't come up, have they? My virtual hands. Anyways, I have an honor respect for the LawTube community, whoever the hell they are. If they are or aren't LawTube. That was the biggest pain in the ass in my entire life. Just sitting there endlessly for hours. I don't know how they could do it all day, every day. Like, I sure as hell couldn't.
Was it the one with Judge Schrader?
Yes, sir.
Did he talk about lunch a lot and what they were going to get for lunch?
Actually, we were on Verdict Watch, so he didn't talk about shit.
Oh, no. Man, that's been grueling. And they still didn't have a verdict today. So
Nope.
they've got to do it all again. Oh, no.
Yeah. And Hayden was watching like some other trial, but we couldn't talk. One time we did talk, we got in trouble. Well, I got in trouble because I'm me, but I feel like you know what you're getting if you invite me, right?
Yes, it's not like you're tricking them or false advertising. They should know.
I'm pretty much me, like take it or leave it. So no, he was fine though.
No matter what, I'm the same puto.
It was a different experience. That's for damn sure. I would do it a little bit differently. I don't know. And maybe I'll get a chance. because I'm thinking about the Dale Brooks trial. Second one, because it should be pretty short. So I don't know. We'll see. Might be in the cards. I don't even know if it's going to be televised yet. You're supposed to have a hearing, but I don't know where that's at. But it was a fun experience. I appreciate you, Oz, for having me on, and I appreciate all the new subscribers as we make our way further and further down this black hole. I am at 585 subscribers today. Fuck off, Kaiser. Don't even say anything. Okay, you can talk for like 3 seconds. What was your thoughts?
Actually, I thought the trial today was absolutely. I mean, it got just off to a bit of a rocky start. It was a little bit of a shit show, like in the beginning, but I mean, we definitely pushed through, and we had a good time on the stream. As far as the actual trial itself was concerned, I was hoping we would get a verdict, but obviously we didn't. I think if anything, I mean, I want to play some optimism here and say that I think that does play into the idea that, as was kind of brought up, they are considering everything. They are actually thinking about the charges. It's not just like immediately like everybody has their mind already predetermined. I know it can be a little bit of a, 50-50 on that, but I mean, I think it honestly went really well for everybody, like all concerned.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure.
Also, I got a shitload of subscribers.
Way to suck ass. Congratulations.
So for anybody who is wondering how good I did today on my stream, or not on my stream, but on Hayden's stream. So I started today with 128 subscribers on my channel. I am currently sitting at 269. Nice.
Nice. That is a big increase. That's good.
I literally more than doubled my sub count within like an hour. I mean, I jumped 141 subscribers today.
And report channel for never mind. I said
Fuck off,
one out loud.
And Mike, you better
with organic growth.
Mike, you better calm down, because otherwise you'll get to 1,000 subs before you even do the meat roast.
I know. Well, talk to your buddy there. He's supposed to be the roast master, so we got to nail that down. We could do it right now.
Oh, you know that I've got no right to try and G him along when I've been dragging my heels about our talk about life, the universe, and everything.
For about 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I was thinking about that today. What I need to do first is prepare like a Word document with a list of subjects, and then for each subject a link or two to sources. Because if I end up doing it on nighttime on this old laptop, I can't pull everything up. So I'd have to email you the list, like the Word document, so that if we're talking about a certain subject, I can then ask you to bring up the link, so we can like discuss the source. Because the last thing I want to do is be like really unprepared and know what I'm talking about, but not being able to articulate it or show it. So, for example, if I brought up this whole thing about, I think it was in 2013, there was a female scientist who discovered some stuff to do with T-Rex fossils and soft tissues, I would want to have the link so we could discuss it, So yeah, that'll take me a while, because I've just been working a lot this week and kids, and I've had no time. So it's definitely going to be a week or two, I think, until I get that document prepared.
You sweet little summer child.
Yeah.
You obviously haven't seen me run a show ever.
I know. Yeah. Well, usually I just wing things as well. You know what I mean? But this is the kind of subject that, because it's something, I don't want to come across as like just saying stuff without backing any of it up, like, particularly when it comes to my beliefs and why I believe certain things. I'd rather at least be a bit prepared and be able to say, okay, yeah, this is my position, this is why, here's a link. And I just want to preface as well, if we do have this big sort of talk about all these different deep subjects and stuff, it won't be me trying to convince anybody to sort of come to my side. It would just be me explaining, okay, these are the reasons why I believe what I believe, and let's talk about it. And obviously I'd be interested to hear what you believe. And in fact, I find the simulation theory fascinating, and it kind of my theories kind of link into it quite a lot, sort of thing. So yeah, I just don't want to go off half-cocked with it and just and look like a fool and not have any sources. So I want to get that nailed down first before we have that sort of stream together.
Yeah, no, we want to go full cock. Always full cock.
Always go full cock.
Always full cock. But yeah, no, I think that's great. And take your time, buddy. I've been
always
waiting a long time.
Alec Baldwin. Is that full cock?
That's full cocked.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed though that they've dropped that gun aspect of the thing. You know, with the mandatory 5-year extension. Did you hear about that?
No, did they?
Yeah, you know, the sort of manslaughter type charge that they're bringing. There's like I don't know what they call it. There's an enhancement. Oh.
It's an enhancement. Yeah, the firearm enhancement. They got those firearm enhancements dropped, I thought.
Yeah, they got that dropped.
That's bullshit.
Like as if he wasn't using a firearm. I just don't get that. But
right,
he's got it somehow. You know.
I mean, literally shot somebody, but we're gonna take that qualifier off the actual.
I'm just laughing at Waxing Miracle. I stand behind Alec Baldwin. Yeah, we all do. It's the safest place to be. You want to say hi, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta say hi to people. I forgot all about that. Jesus Christ. Dance Biker Dance. What's up, buddy? Twincest is Wincest. I agree. Kaiser. Oh boy. He volunteered for this, actually.
Yeah, I kind of had to show up after, as awesome as today's stream was. I had to throw that in there.
Wreck all the momentum. Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
AP, what's up, buddy? Impish, good to see ya. I would pin that, but then I gotta find it. Damn it.
Squeaky.
Yeah, or babysitting my in-laws' dog, and it's this little fucking
yapper
thing.
I was gonna say I was really enjoying your stream earlier about the coffee, that was the racist coffee.
Oh yeah,
man, I was dying. I was with was it the people were leaving comments and they were making like made up names, and one of them, what was it? It was Tyrone Watermelon.
Yeah,
yep,
that was the best.
I was dying.
I couldn't believe I found that website, and I was just like, oh my god, I have got to show this. This is just comedy gold.
All right, let's see if we can get in the first half an hour through all the names. Man Bun, what's up, Man Bun? Good to see ya. Thanks for the help earlier, and thanks for giving me somebody to talk to. So, Mystic, hello. Big Giant Fuck, what's up, buddy? Not yet, Snafu. There's plenty of time for awful. What's up, Alex? I know, like, I gotta retrain it because
you need to actually get a good ring light too, because you've got, no offense, buddy, but your lighting makes you on the camera and the stream today, you had definite creeper lighting going.
Well, I know. So there's light on one side, and then the other side has no light. I have a ring light. It's just wasn't like, I kept moving it around to try and help it, but I think it's because I'm an idiot and my screen's mirrored. So I was moving it all around the left side, but I think I needed to move it on the right.
Gotcha.
Plushy Mom. You look like a newer viewer. Hey, not sure what I've rolled up into. Neither are we, but we try and do topics justice. We don't steer away from anything. A couple of our viewers said, I like how you cover stuff. Would you mind diving into this? So we're going to go for it. So
it'll be fun to kind of talk about those subjects that most folks kind of try to avoid.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to wait about an hour, we might actually get to the subject. But no promises.
Maybe.
Well, we got to give it a proper intro first.
Leanie, good to see ya. And if you are new, this is more of a community. I'm not in it to just burn through and ask for super chats and do all that shit. We really, this is a community, and I love the shit out of my viewers, even the ones that give me hell all the time. So, what's up, Fast? Like this guy right here.
Stevie.
Yo, what's up, Stevie? This is my baby daddy. I got him pregnant.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. That was me.
Holy shit. My day is a VTuber. Gaylord. Well, I can switch it if everybody's going to make comments.
Well, that would stop you being a VTuber, but you'd still be a Gaylord.
Wah, wah.
Did he just mute? Did he just yeet himself? What's going on?
Yeah, he had to go take care of that. And
Had to go out so I could get there.
I am the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
I like the way you've been playing around with the AI art stuff. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the XComer made this for me.
Yeah, the Mighty showed me the website he uses, and I ran my existing logo through it, and this is what came out, and I'm like totally digging it.
I like it. Waxing Miracle. It's not about insects, baby. I do too. I'm not going to stand in front of him. He'd shoot me. What's up, I am the princess?
That makes sense, what I am
Look,
princess is saying, because, yeah, you can't retrospectively... Yeah, okay, I get that then. That makes sense.
Who
said it wasn't? I'm not Obama.
I'm just going to say, for the record, I stand behind I stand behind Alec Baldwin because I sure as hell don't want to stand in front of him. The last two people to stand in front of him got shot.
I just said that same fucking joke. How are you going to do that?
What? You did?
Yeah.
You know what Kaiser does to jokes, though, right?
Kills him.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy.
Fuck!
I hate my life right now.
I was only quoting you.
I'm
quoting you from the other stream.
Wow. I can't believe I did that.
What's up, Boomer?
Oh.
Chosen One. What are the
Chosen
specs?
One!
I'm a meteor. I'm a meatball meteor. Chosen One.
Have to have seen that movie to get the joke. Oh goodness.
Potentially. What's up, bros? Good to see ya. And over on the Rum Dumbles, we have Snafu. Why? Don't lie, you're into it. Then we have Impish, Wild Red, and Dazzler. What's up, guys? Good to see you.
Speaking of Rumble, do you guys feel? I feel like there's like a shift, definitely with the Crowder the last couple of days, man. Those numbers. I don't know if you saw that Steven Crowder. It's given me a bit of optimism about people moving across the Rumble and just saying, screw it to YouTube for all the censorship and stuff.
That's what I've been finding too. So I do. So obviously, it's a little skewed because I've been getting dumps from Hayden straight into my stream. But hey, what's up, Light Rain? Topics other people avoid, like why you shouldn't relax, how every single time it's every single time, why one day everyone voted for a hooker and how it will never be a real woman, like that. Yeah, we could do all of those. But anyways, back to the Rumble thing. So in organic views where I'm not getting, the inflated view counts, I do about 2.5 times better on Rumble, and I have a third of the subs. So, just for a little context.
Well, I like that it's a proper meritocracy in terms of if people start hitting the like, it will put you up start putting you up the leaderboard. Whereas obviously YouTube ain't going to do that if you're not one of the ones that they like. So
if you're not one of the chosen,
I think it's going to it'll get to a tipping point where, you know what I mean, where Rumble just becomes the better option for everybody. And I liked as well, because your last stream, it was the Rumble exclusive. It just felt more free, and you guys were having a really good laugh, and I just really enjoyed it. So I think eventually, I think that's where most of the audiences will end up.
Well, and it's the, if YouTube had a set of rules, it would be much easier to abide by them. But it's so arbitrary that you don't know what the hell the rules are. Like, I don't know what the rules are, and I've been streaming on this platform, and you know, I don't know what the hell the rules are.
Yeah, like when they give people strikes, when they give people strikes, and they're like, "Oh, right, for what?" And they're like, "I don't know, maybe a bit of this, maybe a little bit of that. We just don't know."
Yeah, we don't really know what it was, but you know, we're just gonna say that it was a problem.
You deserved it, though, didn't you? You know you deserved it. Tell us how you deserved it.
Yeah, so you didn't follow the narrative.
Right.
Yeah, you dissenter, bigot.
Okay, so we're going to start off with a little bit of science. Not related to the topic, but I just thought this was cool, and it was in my Twitter feed. This is why Jupiter's our protector. All those red and green are asteroids and comets and all that kind of stuff. So Jupiter is, the gravity of Jupiter is sucking them away from the inner solar system.
I don't know if I should say it.
Go for it.
Well, I was just going to say that there's like because Jupiter, sometimes people say it's sort of like if the planets represent things, they call it the king planet, and almost like a representation of Jesus. And I was just thinking that's interesting, because it's like taking all the punishment for us, and it's, you know, it's got the stripes on it as well, and the big red spots. Some people say the stripes are like, you know, where he was whipped, and the big spot is where, you know, the spear in the side when he was already dead and stuff like that. And I never even thought about that aspect of it, that it takes all the hits and pulls all the punishment of the asteroids for us.
And don't forget that Jupiter does have a ring. It's a very faint one, but it does have one.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I always heard Jupiter is a vacuum cleaner or the catcher, but you know.
And the thing about Saturn as well, do you have like a reasonable explanation of the hexagon thing on it? Because I can't quite get my head around that. Do you know what I mean by the hexagon thing?
Yeah.
On top.
This is news to me.
I know who would.
Sorry, did Kaiser say that's news to you? Have you not seen?
Yeah, I've not seen
images.
That.
I wonder if you could pull her an image of that, might either, because I forget which thing it was that got the images of it at the top of, was it the top pole, where you would expect to see just sort of swirls, and it's actually a hexagon shape. It's really interesting.
Huh. Wild. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there we go. It's cool, isn't it?
That is interesting.
Oh, shit. Talk about this for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, seeing a natural hexagonal shape like that, I mean, usually outside of rock is really, I mean, that kind of blows my mind a little bit there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I still don't have an explanation for this one.
I would love to pick NASA's brain on that one.
I'll just address a comment there by I Am Princess, and they put yep. And
if anything gets past Jupiter, our moon takes care of most anything else. Yep.
Yeah. In fact, actually, it was because, was it just within the last week? I don't know if you saw. Did you see it, Kaiser? There was they caught that flash where something did strike the moon, which was quite impressive. The only thing is, I don't know what sort of strength it was in terms of, like, if you compared it to TNT or a nuclear bomb. I don't know how big it was, but It was quite a big flash. When you think
Well, I
of
mean,
how big the moon is,
well, I mean, if it's anything like Tunguska, I mean, or Chelyabinsk, I mean, look at the Chelyabinsk meteor of 2013. That one was about the size of a refrigerator, and injured like 1,500 people, and whenever it exploded in midair.
Yeah, is that the Russia one that blew out all those windows and people getting
Yeah, that
glass
was
injuries?
Chelyabinsk.
And that was
So,
only
yeah,
about the size of a refrigerator. Yeah, so
I have a piece of Chelyabinsk somewhere.
That's cool.
I don't know where, but it's somewhere around here. Shut the hell up, Jonathan.
So, with this hexagon thing, then, maybe do you know what the official line on it is, or is it something that people are still trying to figure out?
I think they're still trying to figure it out. I haven't heard any significant research on the hexagon, and but I will certainly ask somebody who would know.
Okay. I look forward to hearing about that one. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'll call a friend.
Because I'm going to sound a bit thick here because I haven't looked into it for a while, but Saturn it's a gas giant, isn't it? There's no solid surface, or is there?
Yes.
So it's all gas. Yeah. That's why the hexagon is not making a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it should be swirl unless there's some kind of impediment or I don't. I mean, we had.
You know what? I've got an explanation. It's God going troll. This is confusing.
God's sitting there like, hey, let me go ahead and fuck with these guys a little bit more.
Yeah, they think they're so smart. Let's see if they can figure this out.
I got this. Yeah, God gets drunk, has a couple of beers, maybe pops a little green one, here and there, and goes, hey, I got a great idea, man. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this animal. Okay, it's got the body of a beaver, the head of a duck. It's a mammal, but it lays eggs. We'll be figuring that one out for millennia. Hey, Darwin, fuck off.
I definitely think he's got a sense of humor, because
He's just like a platypus.
In the New Testament, after Jesus was resurrected and he spent about 40 days and he was going and appearing to various believers and things like that, there was some bits where they didn't recognize him. He wasn't showing in the same appearance initially, and he was chatting with them and stuff. And then when he would break the bread and say a blessing, as soon as they recognized it was Jesus, he just disappeared, just zoom, gone.
Like, yep, I'm out.
I was like, that is the ultimate troll. He's like, lol.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and like drop in here, talk all these people. Nobody knows who the heck I am, and then, do the things, say the I do's, amen, and then f off. Just make them go, oh my God, that was Jesus.
Good night, Fast
That's
Group.
funny.
Good night,
Fast.
Fast.
Good night, buddy.
Enjoy the time with your wife. It's always worth leaving.
Always, always a good use of your time. Had a lovely night on Sunday with the wifey, myself. Made some wonderful spread of dinner, and we watched some back Doctor Who episodes because my wife is a big Doctor Who fan.
I totally misheard the start of that. I thought you said that you'd had some good times with Fast Group's wife as well. And I was like, whoa.
No, I was saying,
What are you saying?
wow. No, I was saying I had a good time with my wife over the weekend. To say I, cooked her a nice dinner, and we watched some Doctor Who episodes.
Hey, Barb.
Hey, Barb.
Okay. We're going to open this with something funny. And then we'll get into the serious. Okay, does everyone remember the Folgers ad?
No.
You don't remember the Folgers ad? Maybe we should watch the original first. Shit.
I'm in the wrong country. I don't even know what Folgers is.
Folgers is a coffee
it's
brand.
Folgers. It's not Folgers.
Sorry, Folgers coffee. All right, okay, yeah, I have no idea.
So this is the original. Brother and sister home for Christmas. 2009 Christmas commercial. And then we have an extended cut.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister? Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, real coffee.
Kiss you.
Write you
No,
something
Stevie.
Far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Okay, so that's the original. Kind of fucking weird. But somebody did a great cut of it. Are you ready?
Yep.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister? Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee.
Kiss you.
Brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is
Hang on.
Folgers in your cup.
See? I smelled it. He's back.
Ryan, you have to leave.
What? What are you guys talking about? We know what's going on here. We know you're trying to each other.
What? No. Please. Brothers and sisters don't look at each other like that.
I sent you to West Africa for a reason, Ryan, to separate you and your sister.
You're crazy. Oh, yeah? What's this?
He's my present this year.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm in love with your daughter.
Oh, Ryan, what is in that box?
What's in the box, Ryan?
It's mine.
Your vase. Unbelievable.
Oh, shit.
Emily, I love that we have so much in common because we grew up together. And I just want to wake up every morning to the smell of you and Folgers Colombian dark roast. You make me the happiest brother.
Dad! Get off of him! I love him! Oh, no! No, stop it! No!
All right. So there's a good starting point.
I've got to say, when the box, I thought it was going to be full of condoms or something.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a different type of beads. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Nope.
my God.
It's
Just
quite cleverly done. They do look a bit like the people in the advert and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
wow.
All right. Are we ready to keep going?
Yep.
Kaiser's ready.
Wow. Just before you start, Incest, by the way, it's the game that the whole family can play.
Yeah. They say
Oh my
incest
God,
is
dude,
the best.
No.
Do I want to go through history or famous people that were incestuous first?
Oh, gee, why don't we just go ahead? You know what? Go roll the fucking dice.
Okay.
Whatever you want, buddy. Just yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
What did I walk into? Why did
All
I
right,
pick?
so-
Why did I choose this? Why are we still on YouTube?
Jacob, I would happy to be doing yeah, see, I am a princess. Ancient Sumerians practiced a form of incest. We're gonna get into that. Since we're talking about incest, I think it's time we started talking about destigmatizing cannibalism. I agree, Jacob. We can do that next time.
What?
You could marry your half sibling if you didn't have a mother in common. Huh. That's interesting. the whole purpose of this episode is to freak the fuck out of Kaiser, and I think we're doing a pretty good job right now.
You know, Jacob was talking about, what was it, cannibalism.
Mhm.
I quite like the Billy Connolly joke about that. He was saying, well, if we think about it, you know, if I eat somebody that you don't like, and you eat somebody that I don't like, where's the damage? maybe we should think about this.
Yeah, it's true. True. Very true. Cersei Lannister was a fan, and she was gorgeous, so why not? So anyways, let's get into it. Incest is sexual activity between family members who are forbidden to marry due to their close kinship. It constitutes a cultural taboo in most societies and is often prohibited by law. Which family members constitute those covered by the incest prohibition varies according to the culture. Generally, however, close members such as siblings or parents and children are included. While prohibitions on more distant relatives such as cousins vary. Whatever the extent of the prohibition, however, incest is almost universally condemned and viewed with horror.
I wonder why.
We are for jokes and entertainment. Nothing we say constitutes advice in any way. And I'm not saying that we should go adopt incest. I just think it's important to know about things. All kinds of things.
You're shining a light on it for one reason or another.
By the way, Jacob Castro, you should maybe not put the comment "I love it" when the title is incest. I don't think you realise what you've done there, buddy.
Kaiser, you need to expand your mind.
You know, I think there are some areas that my mind does not need to expand into. I think I'm good.
He's wholesome for now.
Oh, these? My boobies? My massive fucking titties? My super stuffed up milkies? My hunger bonger doinky boinkies? My fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex mounds?
Joke's on you. That's your sister. Why go down the street?
I don't have one of those.
Across the hall. Well, I got back at a weird time.
It's always a weird time.
We'll get to the historic.
When is it not in this channel? When is it not a weird time?
I mean, what's wrong with having a weird time?
I just remembered I've got another joke about this subject. There was a guy called into work saying, "I can't come in today, boss. I'm pretty sick." He was like, "Well, how sick are you?" And he was like, "I just slept with my sister."
I'm gonna keep rolling along with that one. Many reasons underlie the incest taboo. Biological explanations of the dangers of inbreeding support restrictions to avoid genetic disorders. Psychological theories suggest that childhood experiences with one's immediate family or others with one lives in close proximity lead to a natural aversion to considering such people as potential mates. And anthropologists have noted that many societies have rules of endogamy and exogamy regulating marriage partners, and that these serve to maintain the identity of the group or solidify alliances with others. Violating the incest taboo, however, has repercussions beyond the legal or social sanction. It breaks down the structure of the family relationships, causing pain and confusion for the individuals involved, and threatening the harmony and happiness of human society. Incest is defined as a sexual activity between family members who would be forbidden, either legally or socially, to marry. It derives from the Latin incestus or incestum, the substantive use of the adjective incestus, meaning unchaste, impure, which itself is derived from the Latin castus, meaning chastity. I don't speak Latin, so. Incest constitutes a cultural taboo in most current nations and many past societies. In many areas, incest is also prohibited by law. Did we just fucking read this or no? No, we didn't. Which family members constitute those covered by the incest provision is determined by the society in which the person live. Some societies consider it to include only those related by birth or those who live in the same household. Other societies further include those related by adoption, marriage, or clan. Hi, Glitter Fart. Gonna ignore your message. The term incest can include sexual activity between family members of any gender and can include family members of any age. When one of the family members involved is a minor, incestuous activity also has been called infamilial child SA. And the, maps belong on walls so you can chart your route. Incest perpetrated by parents of either sex against children of either sex is generally considered a form of child abuse. Should always be. Thanks for stopping by, Plushie. Have a good night.
Bye, Plushie.
ABDL is disturbing as fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
No kink shame.
Oh no, don't worry. I'll be happy to kink shame.
Just put them on the wall.
You degenerate motherfuckers. Literally.
Sexual relations between cousins and other distant relatives. See, we need to come up with another degenerate because we wear degenerate as a badge, and then we're like, these degenerate motherfuckers.
Seriously, you didn't actually get you didn't see the double entendre there?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about incest. And
yeah, I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
The MFs,
all right.
Yeah.
You know.
So we got
nothing.
Seeing Red.
Bueller.
God damn it. We got Seeing Red with a good joke. Seeing Red over in Rumble. So last night I was laying in the wood. Oh, sorry. Shit. I can't read. So last night I was laying in the wood to my sister and she said, "You're so much better than Dad." I said, "I know. That's what Mom says."
Wow.
And in most of the Western world, while incest generally describes forbidden sexual relations within the family, the applicable definitions of family may vary. In the United States, marriage between first cousins is illegal in some states and others. We're going to get into legality too. Yeah.
Did you get to see Obama's other joke, like further up?
No. I refuse to kink shame. A consensual relationship between a man and a raccoon is nobody's business. You're goddamn right it isn't, Obama.
What a man does with his own raccoon in his own house.
Oi.
So this is just blood related. Well, I think we'll get into that more. Sociologists have classified marriage laws in the United States into two categories. One in which the definitions of incest are taken from the Bible, which frowns upon marriage within one's lineage, but less so on one's blood relatives. And one that frowns more on marriage between blood relatives, such as cousins, but less on one's lineage.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in. I think it's in the Law of Moses. So it's in books like Leviticus and Deuteronomy. There's various things about, what people are not to do. That's where it kind of gets introduced. Obviously, it's not there at the beginning where there's Adam and Eve and their kids, because, well, we'll talk about this later, but the whole premise was that the DNA was more pure back then because it's getting worse and worse over time, and so it wasn't as big of an issue then for those to populate the Earth with the DNA that was less broken, so to speak. But yeah, that's another subject. I'll let you crack on, mate.
Okay. Sure. Just let me keep digging this hole.
But you're so good at digging holes.
Oh, you wait till we have our big talk about all sorts of things. I'll send them down so many different rabbit holes, scientifically. It'll be great. He'll probably not sleep for a week, just researching different subjects.
When have I slept in a week? I haven't slept in a week in like years.
That's a good point.
Sleep like 12 minutes on Tuesdays. Many states prohibited marriages between first cousins, and others permit them only under special circumstance. I know, baby.
Oh, I just have to address Snafu said Adam and Eve is a metaphor. Yeah, I know a lot of people would take that stance, but then there was a scientific study recently where they were trying to look back on what they would class as modern humans and traced it back to saying that there was like one pair. We all go back to the one male and one male and one female ancestor. So I was like, yeah, so this, I think it was only a couple of years ago or something, there was some kind of study, and I was like, oh, look, it's what the Bible said the whole time. But yeah, sorry, I just got derailed by that comment.
Totally fine.
Yeah, I know a lot of people just see it as metaphorical, and that's fair enough.
Yeah. Plus, it's Adam and Steve, or Meaty and Steve.
It's Meaty and Steve, yeah.
Yeah. Utah, for example, permits first cousins to marry only if both spouses are over the age of 65. Wow, that's weird.
What? Is it guess that you can't reproduce?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or at least 30 or 55 with evidence of sterility. And we'll look into the laws more in depth because this is an older article, but that's one of our touch points. North Carolina permits first cousins to marry unless they are double first cousins. Cousins through more than one line. What the hell is that? I don't know what that means.
Double first cousins. I'm not sure what that means.
I've never heard of that.
Google it.
I have never heard of such a thing.
If I reload any YouTube page, I get an account permanently disabled page again. Your account? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Glitter.
Why is Glitterfart getting issues? Does Glitter have a channel as well? Do they post dodgy things? What's going on there?
Well, he posts dodgy things in chat, mate.
Well, so do I.
No, he posts some really dodgy things.
All right. So the algorithm got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, at least he's not pushing crypto. I mean, that's really doji.
That's actually a good one.
Dad jokes. I love them. You're welcome.
Do you feel better?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. I'm glad you feel better because
I'm gonna come.
I know you can get banned. I can also get banned for comments. Might have said something in the no-no list. Well, I say stuff on the no-no list all the time. Just intentionally. Double cousins are first cousins, but twice. They share both sets of grandparents. What the fuck, man?
How?
Oh, here, Chadwick. 2 brothers in one family married 2 sisters in another family, and those kids are born as cousins. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Well, thank you for that, chat.
Because to start with, I thought it meant like cousins, but they're
Cool.
twins. Only joking.
That's what
really.
I mean, that was as good as any. Maine permits first cousins to marry only upon presentation of a certificate of genetic counseling. Other states with some, but not absolute limits on first cousin marriage are Arizona, Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. And again, we'll go through law a little bit more in depth. This is just an overview. Steve's kid and his brother's kid? Yeah. Well, I didn't get Steve's brother pregnant too.
By the way, Snafu, you've you've summed up the channel quite nicely there with that comment.
Yeah, nobody chat. I'm gonna snip this so I can put it as my channel description.
It's like a review, like when somebody has a book and it's got like a little quote from somebody saying this is the best book since whatever. And it's like review of the channel, review of my channel, Snafu, and then that.
Here, see. You think I'm kidding? There we go.
Nice.
Oh my.
Thanks, Snafu. All right. History. It's generally accepted that incestuous marriages were widespread, at least during the Greco-Roman period of Egyptian history. Numerous papyri and the Roman census declarations attest to many husbands and wives being brother and sister. Incestuous unions were frowned upon and considered as nefas against the good laws of gods and man, in Roman times, and were explicitly forbidden by imperial edict in 295 CE, which divided the concept of incest into two categories of unequal gravity. Incestuous genetium, sure, which was applied to both Romans. Huh?
I'm looking for it. Incestus iuris genetium.
Yep, which applied to both Romans and non-Romans in the empire, and
Incestus iuris civilis,
which concerned only the Roman citizens. Therefore, for example, an Egyptian could marry an aunt, but a Roman could not. Despite the act of incest being unacceptable within the Roman Empire, Roman Emperor Caligula is rumored to have open sexual relationships with all three of his sisters, Julia, Drusilla, and Agrippina the Younger, and to have killed his favorite, Drusilla, when she became pregnant with this child.
Yeah, that dude had issues.
Yeah. Caligula. Yeah. Dude was messed up.
Great movie with you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever seen the Caligula movie?
I have not seen that one. That was a little before my time, and it was one of those that, long before I got into film.
It's a pretty good film. Literally, it was. You haven't seen Caligula?
No.
Fuck, we could do a watch party. It's not appropriate for YouTube. obviously.
Oh, gee, a movie about Caligula not appropriate for all audiences? No.
I think it was actually. Let me look.
Mikey's probably
was
talking
made
about.
by
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, just looking at the sort of some of the storyline there, Mikey's probably looking at the Pornhub version.
No, I'm not looking at the Pornhub version.
You know there's going to be one.
1979. It is an erotic drama. And I think it was made by, it was made by Penthouse Films, but it was an actual film. It was not a porn.
Yeah, no, I've heard there is a movie. I've just never seen it.
It's actually pretty good. It's kind of fucked up, but it's really good. It has some really raunchy sex scenes, but there's an orgy specific
with his sisters. I'm just joking.
He does nail one of his sisters, but I don't. Peter O'Toole, that's who I was thinking of. O'Toole. I don't want to go too far down because I'm afraid they might have pictures. But a good movie. Maybe we'll do like a Discord watch party at some point. Customs have changed in the United Kingdom. No, they haven't. With incest at one time apparently being normal practice, at least in the south of the country. Is that where you're from?
Oh, I'm so glad I'm a northerner. No, I live in Sunderland. It's the northeast, right near Newcastle, and I'm from Lincolnshire. Which, see, this is the thing. Like, the Southerners would consider me to be northern. The Northerners would consider me to be from the Midlands. But yeah, I'm not Southern. That's the main thing.
Okay. Okay.
I've seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I know how the rivalry goes.
Yeah, exactly.
When Julius Caesar invaded Britain for the second time in 54 BCE, he noted the customs of the Britons, remarking, "Wives are shared between groups of 10 or 12 men." Well, that happens here. It's called cucks. Sorry. Especially between brothers and between fathers and sons. But the offspring of these unions are counted as the children of the man with whom a particular woman cohabited first.
Okay. Ew.
Yeah, so we've been invaded so many times, and obviously it sounds like we've had a lot of messed up practices as well. No wonder we all have bad teeth.
It's probably all your fault, though.
Well, mine specifically. So somehow
I was waiting for a response to that one.
But we've established that time travel is impossible, so it can't possibly be my fault.
Yeah, that's true.
I got you there.
Know.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'll play it for you. Hang on.
Gotcha, bitch.
Incestuous relations between adults, such as between adult brother and sister, are legal in most parts of the industrialized world. That's gay. These laws are sometimes questioned on the grounds that such relations do not harm other people. Exactly, provided the couple have no children, and so should not be criminalized. Proposals have been made from time to time to repeal these laws. For example, the proposal by the Australian Model Criminal Code Officers Committee discussion paper, Sexual Offense Against the Person, released in November 1996. This is a particular proposal was later withdrawn by the committee due to a large public outcry. Ozzy's got some answering to do.
I was going to say, I feel like you breezed past that bit about Australia without mentioning Aussie.
I just finished the sentence and then I talked about Aussie. Defenders of the proposal argued that the outcry was mostly based on a mistaken belief that the committee was intending to legalize sexual relations between parents and their minor children. No, in the world EF, they might have been. Sorry, I had to take a drink. The laws of many U.S. states recognize 2 separate degrees of incest. The more serious being the closest blood relationship, such as father-daughter, mother-son, and brother-sister. With a less serious charge being pressed against the more distantly related individuals who engage in sexual intercourse. Usually 2 and including first cousins and sometimes half cousins. Many incest laws do not expressly prescribe sexual conduct other than, I can say that word, right? This is for education. Vaginal intercourse, such as oral sex or any other sexual activity between relatives of the same sex, though if either party is a minor, may be punishable otherwise, and it should be.
Yeah, why maybe? It definitely should be, you know?
Yeah,
if it's a
100%.
minor,
In the wake of Lawrence versus Texas, 539 U.S. 558, 2003 decision by the U.S. Supreme Court striking down laws criminalizing homosexual sodomy as unconstitutional, I actually agree. Some argued that, by the same logic, laws against consensual adults' incest should be unconstitutional. Unpopular opinion alert, I tend to agree.
I don't know enough about the Constitution to comment on it, I guess. Whether it... We need
Kaiser?
Nick.
I got nothing, man.
Well, I mean, if we want to be truly objective, we need a lawyer. Where the fuck is Ozzy? Or anybody else?
I was gonna say Nick teaches the Constitution, doesn't he? We need him here.
Yeah.
But, I doubt he's listening to us somehow.
Really, I'd have never guessed that.
He should.
He might be. I could see if Gosney's a constitutional guy. Holy shit! Do we want Gosney here though?
For this, no. I think we would never see Gosney again.
You think so?
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Okay.
I love Gaz, but I'm like, I don't think he'd appreciate this.
If he comes into the middle of a stream and you're all of a sudden saying, "Hey, don't you think this should be legal because it should be according to the Constitution? This should be legal." You might be like, "Is this really the hill you want to die on?" You know.
Hang on 1 second. Can you guys talk?
Yeah. So Leanie's saying Gosney is sick.
Yeah,
you mean as in he's not well? Ah, right, okay. I didn't know if Leanie was just having a go at him, saying like, he's sick, or whether he.
Wait, what?
I hope he gets well soon. I don't know if Mighty can actually hear us while he's doing whatever he's doing, but one subject we're definitely gonna have to speak about if we're talking about incest at some point is Joseph Fritzl. I think I briefly mentioned in a previous stream with you about Joseph Fritzl, and I don't think you knew much about him. But I've got a funny little thing about Joseph Fritzl and something to do with Twitter. But we can go into that a bit later.
Okay. Yeah, and I think so too. I think Gosney would be objective in the constitutionality of it. Like, you can talk about a topic without being like, yeah, I'm really excited to fuck my sister. Like, that's not where we're going with this. Like,
yeah. So what would it come under? Would it come under the First Amendment, under the sort of the religious freedom bit? If somebody said, "Look, my religion is that I'm allowed to do this with my sister," would it be under that section?
I'm not entirely sure. Here, let me.
Because there's limits to that. Because like somebody couldn't just say, "Oh, it's my religion to be able to kill whoever I want," for example. That wouldn't hold up. So.
Oh, I know who would be great for this fucking discussion.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. Let me send an invite.
Cool. While you're doing that, I'm just going to go and grab a quick beer because I've still got a few of those Desperados left. I've just finished one, so I'm just going to.
Do you have a drinking problem? You've been drinking a lot lately.
Yeah, the problem is I don't usually have enough. But this week I've actually got a few in my fridge. Yeah, I'm gonna.
So we don't have a problem this week. Okay, gotcha.
No, this week's good. This week's good. I'll be back in a minute.
Hang on 1 second. Kaiser, talk. God damn it.
Okay. So yeah, I got nothing, man. I'm just trying to. I'm flattering. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell?
Okay, I got it out. Some civil libertarians argue that all private sexual activity between consenting adults should be legal, and its criminalization is a violation of human rights. And Muth vs. Frank and Muth? If you're from Michigan, you'll understand that. I'm straight up degenerate, but I don't want those around me to know. Blandris is into brother loving. I'm on Obama, but Blandris is too. Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals interpreted the case applying to homosexual activity and refused to draw this conclusion from Lawrence. However, a decision that attracted mixed opinions, the Supreme Court refused to hear the case.
Chadwick Myers, joke's on you. We don't have family reunions in my family anymore because they're pretty much all dead.
Oh, that took a turn. It is my wife loves fucking Bronner's AP. I'm sure you've been there. All right, so scientific views, and then if we get this specific individual to jump on stream, there's an 8% chance, which is good for a man of this stature.
So
I'm sorry, Obama.
Stature is.
Did I miss who the person is you're trying to get, or are you keeping it secret for now?
I'm gonna keep it secret in hopes that they show up. If they don't show up, I'm gonna publicly shame them. And if they do show up, then you'll just be surprised. So we'll find out. Let's give me a couple minutes.
Cool. Yeah, sounds like a plan, Batman.
Inbreeding. This is the science behind it. Do you potentially want to read the science, Dance? Or can you not see it? Because it's probably small as fuck.
I'll try. Let's see.
Okay.
Inbreeding increases the frequency of homozygotes within the population. In some species, most notably bonobos. Sorry, it's really small on my screen here. Bonobos. Sexual activity, including that between closely related individuals, is a means of dispute resolution or greeting. Depending on the size of the population and the number of generations in which inbreeding occurs, the increase of homozygotes has positive or negative effects. The concepts of incest and inbreeding are distinct. Sorry, I'm finding it really hard to see this.
That's fine.
Maybe somebody should take over.
Where did you end up?
I feel like I'm reading it weird. Just starting at the second paragraph, really.
Oh, okay. The concept of incest and inbreeding are distinct. Incest describes socially taboo sexual activity between individuals who are considered to be too closely related to enter into marriage. In other words, it is a social and cultural term. Inbreeding describes procreation between individuals with varying degrees of genetic closeness. regardless of their social positions, it is a scientific term rather than a social or cultural term.
Yes, everybody. Bonobos are a form of monkey, an ape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In many societies, the definition of incest and the degree of inbreeding may correlate positively. For example, sexual relations between people of a given degree of genetic closeness is considered incestuous. In other societies, the correlation may not be as obvious. Many cultures consider the relationship parallel cousins incestuous, but not those between cross cousins. Although the degree of genetic relationship does not differ, relationships may be considered incestuous even when there is no genetic relationship at all. Step-parent and step-child relationships and those between siblings in law have been considered incestuous even though they involve no risk of inbreeding. And we'll get into cultural significance later, but there has been almost an unfair subculture on places like Pornhub where the step whatever blah 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 it is a thing. Oh shit, speaking of step brothers is a thing.
I was gonna say, if we're just having a little talk about it at this stage, my thoughts on that particular thing is I look at it quite scientifically. So let's say like a step sibling, I would see them as just, it's no different than meeting somebody on the street. If they happen to fall in love and want to get married and have kids because of the genetic issue, I would think that's fine. I know other people might think, no, that's weird or whatever, or some places that might be illegal, but I sort of tend to think of it more in a scientific kind of point of view and think, well, yeah, that's fine. They're not related. They're not blood related. It's not going to cause any issues with them having kids and stuff like that, you know? Yeah.
Right. I tend to agree. I'm going to interrupt real quick. The Apostle Steve over on Rumble, with $10 Rumble rant, it's official. Your wife is jealous of me. She should be, Stevie. She should be.
No.
The only
no.
I have to read it.
Oh.
Hey, Shenny. Help me, stepson. I'm stuck. I've seen that one. Don't even fuck around.
Of course you've seen that one.
The only problem with banging my stepsister is we share a roughly younger sibling, so it's weird for her. Gross, Obama.
You know, Mighty's definitely seen it because he's completed Pornhub. He just got to the page one day. He just said, "You have completed this."
I have.
We literally have nothing left for you.
I saved the gay for last, but
lies.
Okay.
No, it's not a lie. It's not a lie. I'm sure it's where he's saving the best for last, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So, or maybe I mixed it in. All right. Testes. What? Oh, hello, chat again. Hello again, chat. Yeah, chat's being fucky, man. I'm not going to go into genetics because I want to do a special genetics. Nobody cares about the fucking social science. Let's go down to biblical references. Religion views on incest. I want your input. The book of Leviticus and the Bible lists prohibitions against sexual relations between various pairs of family members. Father and daughter, mother and son, and other pairs are forbidden. on pain of death to have sexual relations. It prohibits sexual relations between aunts and nephews, but not between uncles and nieces. Christians interpret it to include the latter by implication, though Jews traditionally do not.
Yeah. Well, when it says Christians, I mean Leviticus doesn't really. We're not bound by the laws of Moses, although some of them are good to follow, not all of them. Let's see. So yeah, that's interesting. So it doesn't, like you say, it specifically says about the aunt. I remember that bit where it says, "You will not lie with your father's sister; she is your kin." Something along those lines. Yeah. I can't remember the exact wording. So, but yeah, it doesn't seem to do it the other way around. So I guess that's it's an interpretation. If we sort of do it, like say, well, if it means that, then maybe it meant the other as well.
You forget to leave one line in the book, and suddenly everybody's taking a weird turn.
Suddenly
That's
every uncle is doing their niece. No, not quite. But yeah, no, it goes into lots of other stuff. Though it even talks about bestiality, that it's an abomination to do it with an animal and all that kind of stuff as well. But then Leviticus has got a lot of stuff that just doesn't apply to Christians. Stuff like not eating shellfish, not wearing a garment that is mixed between these two different types of materials and things like that. There's lots of stuff there. And technically, if I was living by the laws of Leviticus, if I heard somebody blaspheme God's name, I'd have to start throwing rocks at them. You know what I mean? It's just not. It was for specific people that were set apart for a specific time period. It was for the Hebrews after they just left Egypt, and it was under Moses, and it was for a set time until Jesus came. That's the Christian perspective. Yeah. But yeah, it does have quite a lot to say about incestuous stuff and what not to do.
Huh. Okay. Stevie, I know I'm just catching up on chat. Blame it on chat being weird. Chat has been weird in my defense. I know that takes away from me being good, but that was my first thought. But apparently, Mystic timed you out. And I got a $10 super chat out of it, or Rumble Rant. So I'm good with it. But stop timing Stevie out, goddammit. He's a good man. What's up, Daisy? Good to see you.
Heyo.
Okay, let's get canceled. Islam. The Quran mentions incest in Surat an-Nisa, which prohibits a man from having a sexual relationship with his mother, daughter, sister, paternal aunt, maternal aunt, and niece. Relations with wet nurses are also prohibited. I don't know what a wet nurse is.
I've heard the term, but I don't know exactly what it means.
Sorry, I was muted, but I can jump in there. Wet nurse is somebody who can breastfeed somebody's child, but they're not the mother. So let's say if there's a mother and they're having issues breastfeeding, you might have another woman in a village or something, or who's also breastfeeding at the same time, like maybe their own kid, and they then help and feed the other child. So
gotcha.
Yeah, it's basically a wet nurse is another woman who can also help breastfeed the kid. That's not the mother.
She's a pinch hitter breastfeeder. That's a perfect one, Blandris.
Yeah, the way he put it was a lot better.
Yeah. But on the other side, Islam allows marriage with cousins and more distant relatives. Only in case of marriage does Islam allow sexual relations between cousins and other distant relatives. Okay. What? Jesus Christ, Jonathan. Hindu opposition. Hinduism speaks of incest in highly abhorrent terms. Hindus were greatly fearful of the negative effects of incest and thus practiced to date strict rules of both endogamy and exogamy. That is, marriage in the same caste, Varana, but not in the names. caste, whatever, but not in the same family tree, gotra, or bloodline. Good luck. So that's our history, ladies and gentlemen. So that was fantastic.
Something it didn't touch on there, if you're talking about the stuff to do with the Bible and sort of incest, is that if we go back all the way back to Abraham and his wife Sarah, there was a few times when he met people, he would say that she was his sister rather than his wife because he was afraid that they were gonna, for some reason, he was afraid that they were going to kill him if they said that because she was beautiful and to take her. So he would say, "This is my sister," so that they would treat him well and like trying to be nice to him because just getting his good books to see if they could try it on with his sister. It was really weird, but anyway, and there was some truth in that. She was actually his half sister. They shared a parent, so they were kind of related. They were half brother and sister, I believe, Abraham and Sarah.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, we're going to get into.
Again, it's quite far back, so I think the genetics there were a little bit different.
Now we're going to get into shocking historical case of incest. Most of our kings and queens married, and let's just say below 13. Yeah. That was a different time. People didn't live as long, so if you didn't have kids by 13, 14, 15, you weren't going to have them because you didn't live long enough.
Isn't that a slight misconception though? Because when they say, "Oh, the average age was such and such," isn't that taking into account all the child mortality? I think I heard this. So that if you actually did survive past like childhood, then you did go on to live kind of. I mean, not as long as us nowadays, but still maybe to your 50s, 60s or so. I don't think it was quite as bad as say, when they say, "Oh, the average age at the death with such and such a year was like 40 odd or whatever." I think I'd heard that it's actually skewed by they take the average, and obviously there was a lot of child mortality, so that brings the average down. So I just thought it was interesting because I'd gone years just assuming what I'd been told, and then when I think about it, I think, well, yeah, that makes sense if you're taking into account all those infant deaths and putting it into the maths.
Yeah. So okay. So.
Sorry, did I just totally derail that point?
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, University College of London, if you take in the infant mortality rate, was the average lifespan in ancient Egypt, for example, going all the way back, was 19 years old. But if you went to that survived the childhood life expectancy, it was 30 for women and 34 for men.
Oh wow, that low. And that's Egypt. Yeah. That is pretty low.
And that's from Egypt.
I would have already been dead, man.
Yeah,
I would have died last year. So, but yeah, that's University College of London. So after you take out the blah blah blah, so average age of death at 19. However, those survived childhood had a life expectancy of 30 years for women and 34 for men. Most Egyptians were unlikely to live beyond 40. Compared to today's life expectancy of 83 for women and 79 for men in the UK. So I brought receipts, bitch. You're wrong.
Just while we're on that, because it says the average age for the UK deaths, and obviously the women tend to outlast us men, which is why I thought it never really made sense that they get to retire earlier and we have to work a few extra years before we can retire. It's like, we die early.
That's because we have penises, so we're
and we do stupid things.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true too.
And
we probably deserve it.
Doing all the work and wrecking our bodies. But yeah, just from a tax point of view, I thought it was a bit of an own goal by the government, because if they're paying out pensions to the women for longer, they're losing extra money on pensions.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's I brought receipts and completely blew up your thought process. It's okay. We can't all be as good as me. Can't all be as good as me. Even if you don't take infant mortality into account, the average life expectancy was still much lower. I just went through that. Did you not read the fucking article?
I think what I was thinking of was not the ancient Egyptians, though. I think the one I'd been sort of I was listening to was more to do with probably the UK stuff. So I think we tended to, and again, it depends on when what time period we're talking about. So yeah, the ancient Egyptians, if they only lived to 30 odd 40, that's pretty crap. They didn't get much of a chance there.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was trying to talk about that's what I was referencing in my head when I said 13, 14, or you didn't have kids.
Right.
Because this is where you're at. And again, this shows the contrast between your data, which is 19, when you have the infant deaths.
Yeah.
Right. And then my understanding of it is, if you don't have those numbers to skew the results, you're fine, baby. Did you get timed out again?
And
shit, you might have. I haven't seen you in like 5 minutes.
What you're saying there as well about the sort of 13 and 14-year-old sort of thing of the sort of age back then for when people might get together and start having a family and stuff. It's also in like Romeo and Juliet, like the Shakespeare one. I remember when we were reading that at school, it was all about, like, they were talking about how she was sort of thinking, Juliet was sort of saying, "Oh, am I not a bit too young for this?" And the woman who looked after her was saying, "Oh no, I've seen girls even a year or two younger than you becoming mothers already." And I'm not sure what time period it was supposed to be based on in Italy, but I guess it was a similar thing back then. That the life expectancy must have been less, and they were having kids earlier.
Yeah, and I think that hang on. So, where did you say that was? Italy?
Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, I think it was based in well, Verona. Is Verona a made-up place? But I think it's based in. Let me just Google this real quick. It's fair Verona, isn't it? Where is Verona? I mean, it's been about 30 years since. Oh no, it's a real place. Where it's come up on Google Maps in Italy. Yeah, I was right. Okay.
Average female age at birth in Italy in 1900 was 22 years.
Let me see. When was Romeo and Juliet supposed to be based, though? What year was it based on? Let's see. When was
It's supposed to be in like the 1500s, I think.
Was it?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, I'm just Googling it now. 14th or 15th century. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Guys is right.
I thought it was.
I know a little bit about my Shakespeare. Wow, that came out way wrong. Holy shit.
Oh, what, like shaking his spear?
Wow. Didn't think about that one before I said it. Whoops.
Well, it was perfect timing, because I'm laughing at that, and then I'm laughing at the fucking timeout game going on. Because Mystic keeps timing out Stevie, and now Impish is timing out Mystic, and I'm having fun with it. And I'm going to time out all those motherfuckers.
Didn't Mystic say she was working? Or supposed to be working?
Well, same thing. So it looks like 12 was the average age for their first pregnancy.
Can I tell you that funny thing about Joseph Fritzl?
Yeah, go for it.
what was funny about it, right, is because obviously the news broke that this guy, this Austrian guy, had been found out that he'd been keeping one of his daughters in his basement for years, tied up and having sex with her, and there'd been some kids that had died and all sorts. It was horrible, right? So, but what was funny was people, Hulk Hogan. I don't know if he's still on Twitter, but people would tweet him and say, "Oh, would you give a shout out to my whatever it is, dad? It's his birthday or whatever." And Hulk Hogan was quite sort of accommodating with this kind of stuff. So people started trolling him. So this one person was like, tweeted him saying, "Oh, please, would you give a shout out to my granddad? It's his 65th birthday today. He really is a big fan." His name's Joseph, and he put a picture of him, and it was a picture of Joseph Fritzl. And Hulk Hogan got totally sucked in, so he would retweet these things.
What the
And
fuck?
it was like, no, Hulk Hogan, no, don't do it. It just really tickled me because, like I say, because I think when I first spoke to you about it, you hadn't heard about it, and whereas over here in the UK and maybe I guess Europe, the Joseph Fritzl story was quite a big story, but I don't think it kind of went across the pond to the US so much. You guys hadn't really heard about it, so he totally got suckered into it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something once the Gawker money runs out.
Yeah. Yep.
I see Ozzy in the chat. Hi, Ozzy. Nice to see you.
Ozzy!
Oh, I wonder if he could answer your legal questions.
Yeah. Are you busy, buddy? You got a link. If not, or if you are, or if not, if one of the two, I'd appreciate it. We have a constitutional question.
You're asking an Australian a constitutional question?
I think he's been doing his homework on US law, though, hasn't he, Ozzy? He's been.
I'm just saying.
He's going to know it more than I. I just
see what he says. What's up, Cool Frog? I don't see Ozzy. Oh, there he is. Did you guys?
Okay. Oh yeah, I just got your message. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
okay.
can chat a bit. Yeah, we can chat a bit.
We got it. So yeah,
I mean, do you know much about the Constitution? Or just
I know a bit. I mean, I know enough to be dangerous, I guess is the best way to put it. So
I don't know what angle he's coming in at about the whole thing about the incest thing and how he thinks technically from a constitutional point of view it should kind of be legal, but I don't know which amendment that comes under.
I mean, I guess it would kind of qualify as a First Amendment thing, but why don't we go ahead and ask our resident legal expert? Hey, Ozzy.
The fuck you after? I completely forgot this was the incest special. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, you're gonna regret coming in for this one. Well,
hang on, I've at least got to change the fucking
ways
avatar.
of one.
Yeah, you might want to do that to protect yourself. It's not that bad though, actually. It's Mighty Meat is. Oh, hello. Hang on. What's going on here?
Hello.
Hello. Hello there.
Hello, sweetheart.
The thing is, it's Mighty Meat's question, and he's just had to sort of dip out for a minute, but he will be back. I can't even speak. He will be back soon, I think.
He was wanting to ask something about the constitutionality, like where, like what part of the Constitution does incest fall under, and even I was kind of going, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, he seemed to suggest that from a constitutional point of view, that he thought that maybe actually incest shouldn't be illegal. Not that he wants it to be, just that from a constitutional point of view. But I'm not sure which amendment he was talking about, or where he thinks, or whether he just thinks that there isn't any restriction in there that would make it illegal. I'm not quite sure what he was getting at, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure the founders would probably take what Mighty's saying and go, "You what, mate?"
Yeah, they'd probably say to him, like, this is one of the reasons we have arms, dude. Is that Mighty typing, or is that Ozzy typing?
That's me.
Yes, we'd like to talk to you about this one. So could you go stand over there by that wall and be a good chap? Put on this blindfold. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, quite why he's I like the way he's changed his title and picture just in case, so he can't get clipped out. This is a true lawyer, my friend. He knows damage limitation and control. plausible deniability and all that, whatever it's called. Say, I was never there. I deny it all.
Mystic's back.
Yeah.
Also, Jonathan, if you make it back, let me know, buddy.
Did you know, Ozzy? They've been having the timeout wars. They've been all trying to time out each other before the other person times out them. And
I know. I might have picked on Jonathan.
Oh, you've been part of the war. You're a veteran.
Okay, hang on. Give me a second. I can't believe I'm actually typing this into my legal resources. Private tab.
I suppose if Mighty comes back and if he asks you this is a legal question, technically, can you send him a bill, an invoice?
Mighty said something like under SCOTUS, Lawrence v. Texas. Okay.
If somebody's got Google. Oh yeah, Ozzy. In Australia, is it illegal for cousins to marry each other?
First cousins, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Second cousins, I think it gets more of a grey area.
Oh, okay, so that's America and Australia are a bit more stringent than the UK. Unless I've got this wrong, I think in the UK it's actually legal to be able to marry your cousin. Let me just Google it. Actually, should I be wanting to Google this? This is probably a bad idea.
So Lawrence v. Texas, 2003 is a landmark case in which the Supreme Court of the United States, in a 6-3 decision, invalidated sodomy law across the United States, making same-sex sexual activity legal in every state and U.S. territory.
Oh, but you can't use the Supreme Court action that basically stopped people from outlawing being gay to cover incest. I mean, talk about the slippery slope argument. Jesus, exactly how many conservatives do you want on our ass at the moment, Marty? I mean, I know you're talking about sodomy, but come on.
So hang on, is Mighty saying that if you do incest, but you do it in the backside of your relative, then that would exempt you because of this law? Maybe, I don't know.
Why does everything in this channel always lead to butt stuff?
Because we're all degenerates.
If you didn't like it, you wouldn't be here.
That's true. And Ozzy, you should be fine with this, actually. When I think about it, you've got Kinky Corner as one of your sort of features.
That's why it's really, I'm not really blushing about this. So.
Yeah. I just Googled, by the way, I just looked it up, but yeah, in the UK it is different. There's no, how does it word it? There is no legal restriction on the marriage of first cousins in the UK. So we deem it genetically different enough that you can marry and even have kids with no issues. Although I do know that within royal families, if they do it too much, that can kind of lead to things like haemophilia or more risk of haemophilia and things like that.
Okay, so my argument is, one, the government needs to stay out of our fucking lives. And if you're not procreating with it, sexual activity between consenting adults should be legal. And I would use, as did
the 5th and 14th Amendments for due process. I get it.
Correct. And I would use Lawrence v. Texas as my starting point to fight that.
Can I put in a sneaky little counterpoint to that? Because you know how you were saying if it's not for procreation, right? But if you're having any kind of, say, a penetrative vaginal normal sex, then there is a risk of pregnancy. So you take that risk every time. Like you say, the only way they wouldn't be is if they were doing it by the back door, and then you can't physically get pregnant.
Oh. You could do forced sterilization.
Oh, I see. So if you were that into each other, you'd be willing to, if you were willing to be sterile, then technically there's no risk of the offspring and the potential harms. Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah. Buy bill interest, bitch. I'm in on it now, too. Sure, but what level of incest? Well, it would have to be something. I think anything between consenting adults should be legal under your 5th and 14th Amendment. Like, you wouldn't have to say anything about it because you're not incriminating.
I would disagree under the interpretation of the due process clause, simply because where there is a chance of procreation, then you're talking about something that a legislative instrument can prevent on the basis of public health, safety, and morals. So, arguably, if one or both of the individuals is sterile, then yes, I would say that under the 4th and 5th Amendment, it should be legal. If there is a chance of pregnancy, then, or, I mean, look, they could argue that, like, mental health and a few other things, but, I mean, if we're strictly using, the name of the case is just flying out my head. If you're strictly using that basis, then for me, the legal line for me would be procreation, really. But I mean, it's open to interpretation because of the wording of the way that the due process has been interpreted.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. I think there's a case for it, and I don't think it's the craziest thing out of the world. And under your 4th Amendment, if you don't admit to it, you don't have to self-incriminate. So if you're both, and that gets into the sticky parts, Leanie, but grooming, how do you know that a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old? Or how do you know that a 15-year-old brother isn't grooming his 6-year-old sister for 10 years? I'm just saying that's the dark side of the rule. I'm just saying I think that the government should stay out of matters, and let's not act like sex isn't happening between siblings, and it's your 4th Amendment right to not incriminate. So
I think that anything under the age of 18 is obviously reprehensible, irrespective. If there's an adult and someone under the age of 18, then that's anyway. If it's between consenting adults, then I believe that provided one is sterilized, I should say, and I don't know, maybe they've gotten counseling, like certain areas do prior to getting married or whatever, then maybe it's not an issue. But how the fuck did I even get dragged into this?
I told you.
Dude, I don't even fucking know. I'm
I
here.
I asked Sean and he blew me off. Potentially criminal. I asked Sean because he was my first choice because I didn't want to. I knew you weren't having a great day, buddy. But
cheers.
So I didn't want to drag you into it, but we ran out of options, and you came in. So
fair enough. And let it be known that I can make comment on US law because, as someone said, yes, I have been doing my research, and yes, I am looking into stuff. Ironically, not necessarily incest under the 14th and 5th Amendments of the United States Constitution, but
well, at least you have a nice.
We appreciate you,
Obama. I agree with you. I do think that the age of becoming an adult is an arbitrary line. I really do. If I had my argument, I would say that there are any number of things that the legal age for should be raised from 18 to 21 or even 25 when individuals' brains are completely and fully developed and they understand the ramifications of everything that they're doing.
Like voting.
Okay.
Voting. Look, as bad as it sounds, I've always been of the you'll die before you try and take our guns. I couldn't give a shit about your guns. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, we got Ozzy to turn over on guns. He believes that America would be nothing without our guns since it's so ingrained in our culture.
You guys are too far gone. I'm not even gonna try.
Quick question for Ozzy. On the grey area to do that thing about the 18-year-olds, although I think there are laws in place to deal with this, I think. Let's say you've got a boyfriend and girlfriend, they're both 17, one of them turns 18 and the other one's about to turn 18 like a week later or something, and they have sex.
Well,
he's breaking the law, but yeah.
That's why we have Romeo and Juliet laws. That's slightly different. So what I was talking about is an absolute, but then you've always got to have exceptions to it. So, I mean, the Romeo and Juliet laws in place already in many places are that if you're within 2 years of each other, it doesn't matter if the individual's under the age of 18. If you are 18 years and 1 week, so you can date a 16-year-old. That's not really an issue. Yeah, James got it.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Thanks for clearing that up, because so it's called Romeo and Juliet laws. Yeah.
But
that makes sense. Yeah, because so it stops basically like the 30-year-old preying on the 18-year-old and things like that. Yeah. Or the 17-year-old, sorry, I should say. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Okay.
Mystic's saying she wants a puppy. Why won't you get her a puppy?
Get her a puppy.
If I hear one more thing about the puppy thing, I am going to start timing out everybody that says the word puppy, and I'm going to ban everyone from my channel that says the fucking word puppy. No goddamn puppies. I'm done with the puppy shit.
Puppy.
Fuck you.
Dog.
That's gross. So, and a lot of places in the United States it's 16 as well. So it's 16, and 16's hard and fast, but if you get somebody with 30 who's 30 that has sex with somebody 16, although wrong and we can abhorrent, still lawful.
Small
And
canine.
people will still lose their fucking minds over it. So we can't put up these arbitrary lines and then get pissed off when people follow the line, but we still don't like it.
No, Dazza, Romeo and Juliet laws do not mean they have to off themselves. It's actually in place to prevent them from offing themselves.
14 in Germany? Holy shit.
I know that France is slightly lower than 16 because, French.
I'm trying to remember because
15, but...
I'm sure we went through this at one stage, but the age of consent in one of the countries is like 12 or 13.
It's an African country. Yeah, I went through it and I forget what fucking one it was, but yeah, so okay, let's go the other way with this because Snafu brings up a good point. What do you call it if no adults are involved? What if it's 12-year-old
Then it depends on the age bracket.
13-year-old kid, brother and sister, and they're experimenting? That shit happens. I will have the conversation. It may be uncomfortable, but these are the cutouts for the conversation that we need to have. And
I think if they're both underage, you're not going to treat it criminally, obviously.
I just explained to my wife what we're doing, and you should have seen her face.
See, I told you you'd regret this.
It's my fault. It is totally my fault. It is 100% my fault.
Yeah, Meaty chose the subject. Ozzy, had you heard about Joseph Fritzl before? Oh, maybe he doesn't want to be part of this anymore.
Situation is an axe kicking on both parties involved. I agree, but are you criminally liable?
I suppose it depends on what country and what age they say that you're criminally competent or liable or whatever for your actions, I guess.
I did my ex when I was 15. He was 22. Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
Well,
Stevie, buddy, god damn, sorry. I had to run for a minute. But I got a $10 Rumble Rant from Stevie, Rip Mystic. They're having fun with each other, so love it. And then Mystic's bitching in Rumble Rant or Rumble Chat. And the Apostle Steve with a $50 Rumble Rant for dog food, since he just put me in the doghouse by timing out my wife 1,700 times. I appreciate it. At least you fix your damage. Thank you, buddy, so much. I appreciate it, brother. Oh, Ozzy is really in trouble. He hasn't even been back.
Yeah, I think we all I think we all apologize to Mrs. Overlord.
Yeah, absolutely. We deeply apologize for this shit show.
Bullshit. I'm taking it a different way because I'm not dealing with it. Not dealing with it. Kind of. I have a relationship with both of them. New Hampshire, age of consent to marry with parental consent for males is 14 and females is 13. Yeah, and hey, what's up, Corn Pope? Good to see you, dear.
Hey, you
Yeah,
walked
it's a
into a
fun
hell
one.
of a hell of an episode there, Corn Pope.
But again, am I doing this tastefully, like more tastefully than you thought when you heard I was covering incest?
No.
I would,
I'm just kidding.
Fuck you.
I would say yes.
Fuck you.
You know
Anyways,
you love me. You love me.
I know. And you're my brother. Okay. So, since Ozzy's took off for the night.
What?
Oh, we were talking to you and you were gone and we thought you were in trouble, so I left you a private chat and then
Oh yeah,
you
no,
didn't
that's
respond.
fine. She just wanted to clarify a couple of things, and I didn't have my earphones in, so I didn't hear what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Didn't you have something that's exactly. Not paying hookers for sex. You pay them to leave.
Nope, videotape it, and then you're making pornography.
That's not legal advice. But legal
No, that is that is nowhere legal advice.
But not legal advice. Dance, you had a question specifically for the Oz, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh yeah. I was just wondering if Ozzy, if you'd heard about Joseph Fritzl or not, because
that freak.
Yeah, so it was a big story over here, but it didn't seem to go across to America, and I wondered about Australia.
Yeah, no, we heard all about him. That guy was twisted as fuck.
Did you hear about Hulk Hogan getting trolled on Twitter about him?
Really? No, I didn't hear about that. What happened there?
Well, what it is because he was quite obliging to people saying, like, could you retweet for my brother? It's his birthday and things like that. So somebody tweeted him saying,
he got trolled with that.
Yeah,
Actually, I think I did hear about that. That was funny.
It was hilarious. Yeah, the picture of Fritzl and saying, "This is my granddad's birthday. He's a really nice guy, real family man. Could you retweet?"
Because they used Cameo for that or something, didn't they?
They used what? Sorry.
Cameo, like they paid Hulk Hogan to do the birthday message. So many people have done that. So
they do
for
that as
anyone
well.
that doesn't know, there's a website called Cameo where a bunch of celebrities that are slightly down in their luck will let you pay them anywhere from $50 up to $200 to record a message specifically for you or for a family member. So many people have used that to troll people, and it has been fucking hilarious. Hang on, give me a second.
Oh, there's a cheaper one too. It's like $5 for like Macaulay Culkin and shit. Like the really bad celebrities that are really down on their luck. It's like $5.
How much?
It's ridiculous.
Okay, serious questions. Absolutely, 100% serious question. How much to get Bill Shatner to read something for me?
William Shatner, give me a second.
I don't know. You'd have to ask.
Well, while he's looking that up, Carol Baskin fell for that with Jimmy Savile. Have you heard about Jimmy Savile here in the UK?
You don't want to.
If you meet Ian...
No shit. Lando Calrissian will do one for $450.
Holy shit.
Billy D. Williams? Really?
Yeah, Jonathan Frakes will too. Frakes, sorry.
How much for Jonathan Frakes?
$450. That's Australian too, so it'll be cheaper for you guys.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm going to burn through some chats I don't want to get to real quick. Go ahead.
So, reason I was asking is because this year is my dad's 60th birthday, and I would love to be able to get like a birthday message recorded for him. Like by
Unfortunately, I think you might have to wait until Shatner hits another low point. He's not on there from the looks of it.
Well, he is doing his Wrath of Khan tour right now because he's
that's what I was
doing that.
thinking.
And Lainey, I got your message finally because I was taking around. So we'll read it in a minute here. But I wanted to get to a couple chats. Maldives, age of consent is 9 years old. Fucking disgusting.
Do
you think at some point that's what Barbara said? I don't know.
Ew.
I didn't independently verify it.
Gross.
Do you think at some point, if science allowed procreation without issues, would make the laws more progressive? I
think it'd still be a factor.
I think it's still that taboo factor, and it's still we get stuck in. We take so long to catch up to, true scientific progression that's probably why we still have 9 to 13 as ages of consent because, as we talked about, those were the required
I
time
don't really
to
care if
have
I'm
a
on
baby.
camera or not.
Oh, I thought we were talking, but never mind.
Moving on.
Totally not legal advice. Yeah, go back. I think I've done it justice. I really do. New Hampshire 13-year-olds can get married, but I'm
No,
pretty
Laney,
sure that doesn't.
that was the hooker that I ordered for the day.
You're just digging a hole, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep digging.
In New Hampshire, 13-year-olds can get married, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't prevent adults from being charged with statutory rape.
I've also put
Fuck. How long did you put that in for?
enough time to melt the cheese, darling.
Yeah, I didn't mean melt. Never mind. Thank you,
And-
sweetheart.
Do you want some ice for that burn?
I love the way she said that.
I fucking love her.
Just run out.
They're sitting there laughing at me. No thanks to you.
If you'll excuse me, I've got actual work to do.
Dude, she's better than you. This is great.
She's just tearing you down. Mrs. Overlord.
You're nothing but a senior legal assistant. Kiss my ass.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Well, if Ozzy is never heard from again, we know what happened.
Yep. Good night, AP. All right, I got a couple more. We're still buds, Mystic. Let's see, Stevie, my wife, my bitch, and my girl. They get along. You're awesome, Stevie. See, that's good. That's good. Have you seen Demolition Man? That's where we are heading. No fun sex.
It's a great.
I don't know what
movie.
that means.
That is a fantastic movie, and Meat, why the hell have you not seen that one? That is a perfect metaphor for the times we live in.
I
Yeah,
don't
if I
watch movies, bro.
Just to briefly explain that chat, it's what they call having sex is a bit like a VR thing. They put like on these like goggle type things or whatever and stuff. They don't actually physically touch because of all the STDs and things like that. So sex is outlawed for fun. Yeah, it's rubbish. But the movie's great. The movie's a really good movie. I haven't seen it for years, but I remember it being good.
Yeah, I saw it pretty recently. It was on one of the streaming platforms, and I was just like, I was laughing so hard at it because I missed that one whenever I was a kid because that's whenever it came out.
Which movie was that?
Demolition Man. Let's say
We only just watched that recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Says R.I.P. Aussie died with his boots on. That motherfucker doesn't own boots. He's never worked a day of labor in his life.
My lovely senior legal assistant of a wife would like me to talk her up. How is that derogatory?
Okay. No, I got this. Mrs. Overlord is a wonderful
Hang on.
lady.
Let me pull it. Let me pull the thing out so she can hear. Get in here. Oh, sorry, please.
Please get in here. Miss Overlord. Mrs. Overlord is such a wonderful lady. She keeps this bastard in line. She does wonderful legal work like I've never seen from anybody before. She actually puts Hayden to shame. That's why Hayden's such a bitch about it. And she's just a fantastic person. She's quick-witted. She's beautiful. And she is the reason why I like Hayden for Mrs. Overlord, because Hayden
Is he single?
is
No, that's
terrible.
Marty, and he's watching the chat. Come in.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
So is Hayden
Yes.
like the Dan Brown of the legal world, where when it went to court, it was found out that his wife did most of the work? Is that the case?
We work in different industries, thank you. She works in personal injury. She's a damn ambulance chaser. I do actual work with property transfers and litigation.
So she's more successful than you?
Yes.
Oz, I know the feeling, buddy.
You can't afford me.
I work in insurance, so I got
Oh. This has been a wild stream.
If you like this kind of content, come back tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing here, but
Fuck that. I'm not coming back tomorrow.
Hit that subscribe button.
Ozzy's never coming back again.
He'll be back. All right. Can we go back to the content? All right. I did a lot of work procuring this content.
Okay,
Cleopatra married both of her brothers. This is going to go quick because I'm not going to read a bunch of shit about it. She died at 39 and 68 BC. So,
yep, she had a snake bite her titty.
Yep. She married both of her brothers, Ptolemy 13 and Ptolemy 14, keeping
Ptolemy
royal
the
Egyptian.
Ptolemy the 14th. Yeah.
She may have killed one or both of her brothers as well.
With an STD.
Shit. Probably. Charles Darwin married his first cousin. Charles Darwin introduced the world to the theory of evolution. Some of his children, born from his marriage with his first cousin, Emma Wedgwood, goddamn ads, were born with abnormalities, something he suspected inbreeding as a likely reason for their genetic outcomes. So, Charles Darwin. Queen Victoria, husband, was her first cousin. But the royals were kind of inbred anyways.
Yeah, Habsburg jaw is a thing.
Yeah. After marrying her cousin, Prince Albert. I was thinking about it, Prince Albert.
Is he in a can?
Yep.
He's going in the can, that's for sure.
Queen Victoria established a tradition of inbreeding for her descendants. She arranged her children and grandchildren into incestuous marriages throughout Europe because she thought it was a surefire way to ensure peace and prosperity to the continent. World War I changed this diplomatic strategy.
Challenged.
Yeah, it didn't work, did it? Yeah.
Sorry.
One of the worst wars we've had happened.
Albert Einstein. That's why he was in the thumbnail. Albert Einstein married his first cousin. Albert Einstein married his first cousin, Lowenthal, not long after divorcing his first wife. Many consider Elsa to be his closest partner. She helped nurse him back to health after a serious illness in 1917, and they immigrated to the U.S. together as refugees when the Nazi Party came to power in Germany. King Tut married his sister.
Didn't Tutankhamun already have, like, he was like 9 years old? He had like a club foot and cleft palate and like extreme flatulence. Like, that's actually a historical issue. Like, that's actually something historical.
Yeah, I think so. The Tut family tree has several cases of incest. The young ruler married his half-sister, continuing tradition. Tut's children suffered malformations because of the generational inbreeding, and he himself allegedly suffered from the debilitating Kohler's disease as a result of his incestuous familial background.
Sorry, Snafu saying that Einstein is just like Ben Shapiro. So was his wife a doctor too?
Glitter, you're back, buddy. They didn't eat you. Have you seen Ben Shapiro's sister? Like, I would go for a ride if that was my sister.
Yeah, but it's not going to work out, man. I say she doesn't do pork.
Oh, shit.
Kosher joke.
I'm a little salty too. So, all right. So,
Wash yourself after you're done.
no, I leave that for you, baby. King Charles II was a culmination of 200 years of inbreeding in the Habsburg family. The line died with him as he suffered from infertility. What? For what? Give me a valid reason, and I will happily do so.
I mean, aside from bad jokes, but you know.
Wait, you need
I
a
mean,
reason?
fuck, he'll just come back. So, Habsburgs is probably another, London, United Kingdom. So, they incest so much that they couldn't incest anymore. Kind of poetic.
I can't really say anything at this point.
Emperor Claudius married his niece. The Roman Emperor Claudius married his niece, Agrippina, so that her son Nero would have the right to the throne. Agrippina then allegedly married Claudius, making Nero the leader. Murdered. Sorry, shit. Claudius making Nero the leader of the Roman Empire.
Who famously played his fiddle
Hard
while
smash.
Rome burned. Chula Longhorn.
Chula Longhorn?
Chula Longhorn.
He's got a long
Okay.
corn, allegedly.
Really a longhorn.
He chews a longhorn?
Chula Longhorn. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Chula Longhorn, and I don't care. Chula Longhorn, and I don't care.
That's Ben Shapiro's sister.
I'm sorry. Was there an actual
That's
like
just Ben
moment where
Shapiro with a wig.
No, look down a little bit.
Is that really a still image? Because I swear, like you switched over there, and she was flat 1 second, and then suddenly like whomp, like tickle bitties. I swear there was like a GIF in there.
Nope.
Wasn't there a thing about like when she was pregnant and it just went ridiculously big or something?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, Abigail Shapiro. I think it's Shapiro. I don't know.
Impish, I don't know why I'm not in chat. I mean, not with this subject matter. I mean, why would I be in chat?
Yeah, that was it, Barbara. They were trying to sort of keep all the family lines going together, the royals, and yeah, they ended up getting a bit too close.
They took keeping it in the family to a little bit of an extreme.
I'm so confused by your message. We'll have to talk.
Oh, never mind. I genuinely thought you would have known. That's fine.
Oh, what, am I supposed to know? Anyways,
I
married
guess
his
not.
4.
Anyway, move on.
His 4 half sisters. This guy was a player. Absolute player.
So I guess that's like 2 full sisters. Quick maths.
Oh. Oof.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Well, they were full when he was done with them.
No. Anyways. Had an affair with her brother.
I thought you were singing.
Culturally insensitive bastard. Hey,
Invite him. Edgar Allan Poe married his 13-year-old cousin.
Gross.
Looks like he has a little bit of. It is not Mia Khalifa. It is Jessica Reloaded. Get it right, Obama. Fuck. H.G. Wells married his cousin. He obviously liked the mystery of the books he was writing and wanted the mystery of one of his family members. The famed author of The Time Machine married his first cousin. I bet you wish you would have actually made the time machine and went back. Isabel married Wells. The marriage only lasted a few years. They divorced after he left for one of his students, another playa. Shut up. Maria married her uncle. From a lesbian from Portugal. Married her uncle. Saddam Hussein married his cousin.
I
Like
could
7
see that.
of them, did he? One of the Iraqi dictator's many wives was his first cousin. The arranged marriage was set when they were just children, and Hussein continued this practice, marrying many of his own children off to their cousins.
Yeah, I see that problem really dug him in a hole.
Martin Van Buren married his first cousin once removed. So one of our presidents married his cousin. He was the first one to put his pecker in somebody that was related.
And apparently had 5 children.
I think I figured out why you were trying to argue for the constitutionality of all of this, Mighty.
I don't have a sister. Shut the fuck up.
No,
I don't have any cousins either.
No,
But
you told me the
Mystic?
story about you told me a story about a cousin before. Don't admit your crimes on the internet, Mighty. Let's leave it there.
I'm not doing it. I told friends. Not Jesse James had 2 children with his cousin. One of the Wild West's most recognizable outlaws married his cousin, who just so happened to be named after his mother. Before he died, the couple had 2 children together. Whoa.
Real quick there, I gotta hit this. The answer's no.
No. There's not one. You haven't met one because one doesn't exist. All right, so hang on.
Apparently all the camels were taken.
Oh, speaking of which, wasn't it Spain recently changed their laws so that they could do animals? So weird.
They did.
Look, Spain. Okay, I saw that I saw a movie from Spain. It was made in like the early 80s. And I'm like, as soon as I saw that movie, I'm like, oh, Spain has been in a downward spiral for a long time. So if you get the chance to check out the movie Mad Foxes, please, for the love of God, don't do it. Save yourself.
Okay, so moving on to porn. Bree Mills is taking a victory lap. While the adult film director and producer had been nominated in last year's AVN Awards, which is often referred to as the Oscars of porn, this year's ceremony was a coronation. At the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas in late January, Mills took home the top award, Movie of the Year, for Half His Age, A Teenage Tragedy, a film about a student-teacher relationship with a very raunchy step-sibling. She also won the Best New Imprint for her company peer Taboo, which produces films that feature, among other topics, family role play. And she picked up another win for Best Taboo Relations, a category that didn't even exist until 2015, for Dick's Functional. Blood is thicker than cum.
Well, apparently somebody was up for a Woody that year.
That's what I'm saying.
But
the porn industry awards are usually called Woodies.
Oh, for real? I thought you were joking.
No,
I was
really
joking, but you know,
I think they're really actually called that.
I know there's a Family Guy episode they referenced them and called them Woodies.
Mm-hmm. Incest porn, it seems, is having a moment.
Oh
I
crap!
swear
I was
I'm not
muted.
touching anything.
Sorry.
You can ask any female performer what bookings she's had this month. And she'll tell you she's playing 17 stepdaughters. Whitney Wright, who's filmed 3 performances for Pure Taboo, told Esquire, since she came into the industry in 2016, the majority of her roles have involved some sort of family element. Everybody has become pretty used to it.
You.
Maybe.
You know, I was hearing that Lisa Ann's actually really sick and tired of the mummy stepmom scenario as well.
Well, and that's why I'm going through this. I'm not going through this just to be a prick. Like, I'm going through. I brought it up in my opening statement, so now I have to provide evidence. Incest isn't a new territory for porn, and it's just not. It's not just straight porn either. In 2019, Czech studio Bellamy's website doubled its traffic to 1.5 million monthly users, all flocking to witness the Twincest videos. Elijah and Milo Peters. I may have seen a video about that. Potentially.
Why am I not surprised?
I don't know. Curiosity killed the cat. The latest in a dozen or so pair of actual brothers to appear in gay porn together since the 1970s. But across the board, the floodgates have opened, and the 2014 incest terms started showing up in Pornhub's top searches. Stepmom came in 4th place, mom in 5th, and have been popular ever since. On the front page of GameLink, you'll find the new releases like... you can read those. It's a fleeting frenzy that happened among record labels after a certain style of music broke. Get me the next Nirvana, but the horny uncle version. So what the hell is going on? God, if we only knew. From the Bible Back to the Future to Back to the Future, incest has been an ever-present element of storytelling and one that has always been frowned upon. Every state in the U.S. has a prohibition against incestuous relations on the books, which explains why a significant percentage of family role-play style films tiptoe around the actual incest. Instead, they frame characters as non-blood relations. Technically speaking, it's focest. I don't think this goes much further. Holy shit, yeah, it does.
Stop.
Okay, so we get the point. I'm not going to read fucking books. So yeah, incest in porn is a big thing, and the actresses are starting to push back on it. So, I mean, legitimately,
do you really need storylines or any kind of a plot for porn? It's just like, all right, well, here it is. Just do that thing and let's get out of here by lunch.
I think you don't. I think you don't miss. There's a video of the march to demand zoophilia. That's fantastic, Barb. But this isn't a zoophilia episode. This is a... What are we covering? Incest. My other kink. I mean, I've watched porn with it. Like, I don't know. Interesting. Whatever. So there are... I know you know what I'm talking about, Stevie. The triplets. Blind triplets. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in fuck those aren't. They don't actually... Hang on.
I'm just sharing something there with you, an image if you want to share it.
That's scary. I'm not sharing this tab, right? Oh god, thank you. Thank God. Yeah, they got hired by Playboy. I gotta find a... Where's your thing at, Dance?
You know, the God said that he wouldn't flood the world again, and next time would be fire and brimstone. So, yeah, just FYI.
Correct. Oh no, it's just a meme. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no, there's a whole load of stuff according to Revelation that happens, and then there's 1,000 years with Christ reigning before the great throne judgment, where the current heaven and earth passes away completely. So that's everything destroyed and remade. But yeah, you're right.
Yes.
It doesn't get flooded again.
Yes, he does. Just like me.
I have to talk
It's
to you one
not
of these days
Aussie.
about the biblical flood there dance, because some interesting science has come out around that topic.
Oh well, that's probably something I'll talk a fair bit with Mighty about if we do like a stream of talking about my beliefs, to do with the Cambrian explosion, to do with fossils, and the way. Yeah. So sorry, you said so. There's been a recent development, has there, with that?
Yeah, there's been some definite recent movement on that with research into the Younger Dryas, which was the period of time when the great ice caps all melted and sea red levels rose by like 400 feet, and we had global cataclysmic floods.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and say my viewpoint on the timescales is completely different to most people's, so I'll see things a little bit differently. But
yeah.
Oz.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
What?
Oh, god damn it. Fucking Steve, why did you send that to me? Like, do you have all of them? Like, I don't want all of them. I just want, like, I want the one of them flipping fucking things off his penis. Hunter Biden. Anyways, I just put the next article in private chat. If you're not terribly busy, could you read it? And because you'll have a better understanding of the legal terminology, because it's a law article.
Yeah, sure. It's pretty short anyway.
That's not bad.
Okay. Just want to make sure that I'm not going to get myself caught up here. Hang on.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Oh, actually, I suppose it could be worse. Okay. Constitutionality of prohibition on incest. The term incest means the marriage or sexual intercourse between persons who are related within a particular degree of consanguinity or affinity prohibited by law, or between persons so closely related that a marriage between them would be void.
Thus, a sexual conduct by a natural parent with his or her child, by a step parent with his or her stepchild, or by a guardian with his or her wards amounts to the crime of incest. Consensual sex has constitutional meets and bounds, and a statute penalising incest cannot be held unconstitutional on the grounds of denial of substantive due process. Courts have held that there is no fundamental constitutional right to engage in private acts of consensual intercourse, and government can regulate individual conduct in the larger interests of preservation of public health, safety, and for upholding public morality. Such restrictions are neither unreasonable nor arbitrary. Now, keep in mind, people, these are the same laws that were used previously to ban gay sex, and this was the basis for the case in Texas, which banned sodomy. Sorry, which unbanned sodomy, I should say.
So this is what I was arguing.
Yes, this is what you were arguing, but what they're specifically saying is that because there are genetic components. So here's the thing, and this is why I think that the distinction between procreation and the effects on the general public are different here. Because as I said previously, where there's a chance of procreation and passing genetics on to the next generation and whatever, you don't have that with anal sex for obvious reasons.
Right.
So that, to me, the distinction between two consenting adults having sex whilst blood-related or by marriage... See, even by marriage, it sort of, like, really annoys me because, like, it's not... Actually, that's really weird. This is a fucking weird topic, matey.
Yeah.
Because the only difference between anal sex and two consenting adults having sex, despite it being classed as incest, is the possibility of procreation. But again, that still doesn't work if you're taking into account because then all of a sudden, even that doesn't work. Because then
if they're gay?
What if they're gay? What if they just have anal sex? What if it's a hand job? All of which would still be considered to be incest and therefore illegal.
Yeah.
So actually, really, legally speaking, they have to be they can't be doing it on public health grounds. It has to be for safety and upholding public morality. So who knows?
There's no clause of public morality in our fucking Constitution.
No, but the due process issue has been interpreted to include things for public morality.
Okay.
Which I think this actually talks about here. Courts generally apply a rational basis test for assessing a statute's constitutional validity. A legislative enactment will be deemed valid on due process grounds if it bears a real and substantial relationship to the public's health, safety, and morals or general welfare. Which case is that? So that was taken in State v. Benson in Ohio in 92.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sorry, I was going to ask something.
No, it's fine. The 92 case, actually, I'd be interested to read that actually. Basically, they've done what they always do. Let's face it. They've taken an interpretation of part of the Constitution, put their own spin on it, and said this is how we can say due process is achieved, and still restrict people's rights and obligations and whatever else on the basis of, what do they say? Public health, safety, and public morality.
So if they're citing morality, but morality isn't actually in the Constitution, are they effectively sort of going back even further to the older UK law, which I guess stems from the biblical stuff? Or are they just basically making up what they want to make up?
No, they're basically making up what they want to make up. I mean, because theoretically, morality changes generation to generation. I'm sure you guys engage in certain acts that our parents or grandparents would consider reprehensible or, almost enough for us to be disowned from the family and shit like that. I mean, I suppose it has to reach a certain level before it's considered public morality. I mean, I can think of very specific examples of things that is now considered publicly immoral to engage in. For example...
TikTok.
TikTok should be.
I was thinking more about beating your kids in the street, but anyway.
So, like, what you can't do, but you should do if they do TikTok?
Or beating your kids on the street on TikTok. That would be the worst.
On TikTok because of TikTok, right?
And I've derailed. Sorry, that's my specialty. I think I've derailed Aussie with that. But yeah, so I guess is it kind of infringing a bit like this has how the Second Amendment gets infringed all the time incorrectly. I guess if they're injecting morals into something where the Constitution doesn't say anything about morals, they're kind of doing the same thing, I guess.
Well, that was somewhat the case before the Bruin decision, because the Bruin decision required, basically the U.S. gun law before Bruin basically had them say, okay, we have to weigh the, text and tradition, which is the original, text and the information therein of the Constitution to determine constitutionality, as well as they added in this whole thing about, public interest and safety. And that's how they got all these laws pretty much since the turn of the century, like in the 1900s, like on guns and whatnot, was just by saying, oh, it was a public, health, public kind of safety sort of thing was why we made these restrictions. Well, now that's being repealed, and the Bruin decision literally just said, yeah, you can no longer use that standard, and if you've used that standard in the past, you have to revise it now. So, Indiana gun laws right now, or not Indiana, but like United States gun laws right now are in total upheaval.
Who's masturbating other than me?
I'm in danger.
Yeah, United States gun laws are completely in upheaval, and they're being changed around right now.
That one wasn't.
There are at least a dozen cases going to the Supreme Court right now that are going to potentially not only abolish the ATF, but also potentially get rid of the 1934. Do
you know what I find funny? Is the idea that they would use some kind of public health or safety thing to make a change to that. It's like, you're talking about guns. They're inherently dangerous all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
If there's one in the chamber, there's possibly one in your foot.
Okay, we're not talking about guns. I got 2 more articles.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Firearm is just a
I
highly.
thought you were done with yours.
No, I'm only like halfway through, and then somehow we got onto guns.
Oh shit! Okay, go for it. Finish.
It just
the legislature had enacted the thus the court has held in one case that the fact that an accused is not permitted to assert as a defense his stepchild's consent to the prohibited conduct does not make the statute unconstitutional as a denial of substantive due process. It is not a lack of due process for a stepdad to screw a stepdaughter and say that she consented. You fuckwit. The legislature had enacted the incest statute with a myriad of objectives, including prevention of mutated births. That seems to me the main one, frankly. Promotion of family harmony and protection of children from abuse of parental authority. That's the other one. That's really the other main one that I can see, frankly.
Okay.
But again, like I said, that doesn't really apply if both people are 2 consenting adults.
Does it get into the power dynamic relationship argument? Is that kind of where you think it goes?
That's part of it, because then, I mean, obviously, if you're a parent and you're engaging in activities with your children who are under the age of 18, then it's the same sort of, you're in a position of status, you are able to coerce. It's the same as if a teacher's screwing the student.
Right.
So, given the noble objectives of the larger interests of the society, the statute's validity cannot be questioned for violation of equal protection clauses. Society cannot function in an orderly manner when age distinctions, generations, sentiments, and roles in families are in conflict, and for the same reason prohibit the prohibition of sexual intercourse with one's stepchild, as well as one's natural child, bears a rational relationship to a legitimate government objective and is not violative of equal protection. Someone actually ran an equal protection argument against this? Holy shit, which case was that?
Interesting.
State v. Kaiser.
The fuck?
I wish I was joking. State v. Kaiser, 34 Washington AP 559. Washington Court of Appeal in 83.
Guys, I gotta go. So,
that's why you were so worried about this topic. You knew my star investigation techniques would get to it.
He's gone. Okay. However, the courts have held that a father and mother cannot be discriminated against on the basis of sex. A male can be guilty of aggravated incest, and a female committing the same conduct with a minor son is guilty of incest.
Fuck, you just popped back up. I thought you were... Whatever. Bring yourself in when you want to.
I'm a little annoyed that one
turn
can
my
be charged
camera
with.
on.
I'm a little annoyed that a male can be charged with aggravated incest, which presumably is because of the use of a penis.
Yeah, that's not right. That can't be right.
Was it an angry penis?
Well, I mean, look, as bad as it sounds, if a woman uses a dildo or a vibrator on her child, theoretically that too would be aggravated incest.
Yeah.
I don't see a distinction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Similarly, the court has held that the allegations that an incest victim was flirtatious with her stepfather, but was not previously prosecuted for their illicit sexual conduct, does not render the prosecution of the accused for incest a violation of the accused's rights to equal protection of the law. Oh my god. The stepfather tried to have the stepdaughter charged.
For flirting with him?
Yep. And for engaging in for basically seducing him into the incestuous acts.
Does nobody in this world ever just say, you know what, I'm sorry, I made a mistake? Does that never happen anymore?
He claimed that it was a breach of equal opportunity and protection because it was male versus female.
Huh.
Fucking.
You know what? We can't figure out which one of you is really at fault here. So, okay, we throw both of you into incinerator. Okay, done.
Kaiser, will you read that? Will you read that chat for me that I put up on the screen?
I don't know if the penis was aggravated, but it was spitting all over the place. No. Oh. Angry one-eyed Willie strikes again.
Don't they ever prosecute when women do this shit? Well, it seems
they
like
do. They just
double
give them
standard.
ridiculously light sentences. And that
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Like I was reading a news article this morning. Fucking 25-year-old teacher scoring a student in the back of her car saying, "I'm willing to risk jail if you are."
Jesus Christ.
Well, guess what, bitch? Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, well, he got probation initially. She got the 3 years because she went back and screwed him again.
Jesus Christ.
You know, can we just, make it so that way the law is kind of like, if you commit some kind of like a, sex crime like that, don't pass go, do not collect $200, just, straight behind the woodshed. Can we fix this shit?
Fuck
you.
you.
Follow that up with the gunshot.
No, because that one was for Mystic. That was for the puppy.
Watched a video of a girl from the Middle East, and she was charged and whipped for seducing her rapist. What the fuck?
Yep, that's the thing. Oh, Mystic, don't go a French bulldog. Come on.
That's what she has.
I make fun of Meaty as it is. No French bulldogs. Come on, it's at least got to be a poodle. Something a
for
little
love of
more
God,
manly.
do not get yourself a little yapper. Oh, Jesus.
Just to wind up mighty. Sorry,
get yourself like a Labrador or something like that. I mean, get a dog that actually can do shit.
Damn straight. Just whatever you do, don't teach it to be a lap dog because it's cute when they're a puppy, but then when they're 40 fucking kilos and still want to sit on your lap, it's painful.
I can agree with that, Ozzy, because my parents had a Great Dane.
Oh shit!
He was He only passed away recently, but loved that dog. See, he was 150 pounds of pure love. Well, stupid.
Yeah, those things are like
A
twice
too
my
big for the
size.
house. Mystic,
All right, so we're at the meaty stream now because fuck these guys and talking about dogs because it's not happening. God damn it! You think we're done now?
Just listen here, you son of a bitch.
Meow. Actually, this is a good time for me to bounce because it's 3:15 again. I'm being silly again, but it's good fun. So, in terms of the subject of incest, I can sum it all up for you all in 4 words: don't shag your relatives.
That's fair.
And with that, Dance Bike it out.
Good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. All right, are you done with your article yet? Hayden.
Sorry, I just came.
I'm gonna come.
Hayden.
Just move on. We're not going to get through the constitutionality of this article.
I was gonna say,
because you guys are assholes and talking about fucking dogs. So this is
we're just talking about dogs. We're not talking about fucking dogs. Good God, man. There's a line.
Open up!
Fuck. You really botched the timing on that one.
That was not me.
Yeah, it was. All right, so here, here is the degree of relationship and how much shared DNA they have. So if you got your fourth cousins, just a little bit. If they're identical twins and they nail, 100% DNA. Parent offspring, 50%. These are the countries in which it is legal. Incest is legal.
Do yourself a favor and take the dogs off the screen.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can't see the legend
Oh,
of
I
the
didn't.
map.
Fuck, I didn't see the dogs. Forgot they were up. Legal. There's same and opposite sex couple breakdowns. Public scandal if it's in Venezuela. Illegal prison sentence, illegal life imprisonment, and illegal death penalty. So these countries, it's illegal with the death penalty, but these are the same country block that, yeah. And there's a huge long fucking list. We're not going through that.
This makes an interesting quandary then.
What's that?
If you're already married and have kids, and all of a sudden your single parents marry each other, who has to get divorced? Does your relationship with your partner and your children have to cease? I mean, if you're in one of those maroon countries, theoretically, you all go to death.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, what good does it do? So here's my problem. What good does it do if, let's say, your brother and sister, they bang, they make a baby. So you're going to kill them both, and then the baby's going to be a fucking orphan, and...
I guarantee in that scenario, the baby does not live.
You don't think so? Okay.
No. It wouldn't be allowed to.
That makes sense, but...
I mean, the hoof growing out of its head would be problematic enough.
I have my own little cage, and I like it in here. So then over here, see, I don't get this. This says laws from World Population Review. It says legal, but then prison sentence 18 months to over 15 years. So it doesn't break down what for what. But Rhode Island, there's no prosecution for 16 plus at all. And every other state is illegal.
So if you want to bang a family member, go to Rhode Island.
Yep. So, and the last thing I have is a movie for the class. We're going to get through all 12 minutes of this movie without too much ridiculousness.
Oh, bullshit. It's the Whitakers. Are you kidding me?
Have you seen these guys before? Then?
Yes.
I'm not. No, I don't.
Kaiser, get ready for your O face, by which I mean your Kaiser reacts face, not the other one.
Oh.
Wait. Is this the family that like is all blue and shit?
No.
No.
Are they? No. Okay.
No.
Ready? We have a long form Kaiser reacts today with this lovely video. God damn it, where do the people start? Odd, West Virginia. They obviously did the video editing as well. That's my cousin's sister, grandma. What the fuck?
So what are your names? I'm sorry. Who's this?
His name's Ray.
Ray. I remember Ray. I photographed you, Ray. Do you remember? Years ago.
These people are so
And your name is
awesome.
Lorraine. And Timmy.
Yeah.
Now you guys grew up here in Odd, West Virginia.
I'm gonna come.
How many years have you lived here?
That retard in the doorway is such a
You're,
sweetheart.
You guys, I mean, did you go to school?
Is that him barking or the
You did?
dog barking?
Some of your
It's
some of
the
your brothers
dog.
and sisters probably didn't go to school,
Dog.
or how much schooling did they get?
They didn't wish school long, but he graduated.
You graduated from what?
We were from high school.
You went to high school, Timmy?
Yeah.
First grade. Guarantee it was first grade.
Oh, he went to high school long back.
And how about you, Lorraine?
No, she didn't went to school.
She didn't. And
No, they didn't went to school.
Hey, what's up, Bobby? Good to
Come on
see you,
up.
buddy. I haven't seen you in a while.
Come here, Ray.
Ray, tell me about your family.
Barb wasn't getting. God damn it.
It's fine, Sleazy. It's not going to be a pit bull.
Oh, but pitties are so nice, though.
Yeah, no, I don't want a pit bull.
So Ray,
Holy shit, what is wrong with his, like, fucking eyes?
It's genetic abnormalities. Defects.
Holy shit. What am I mad about?
how do I turn that off?
Reveals that you just have to stand. It says over in Ephesians chapter 6 that you take unto you the whole armor of God, having done all things you.
How do I turn it? You know how to turn it down?
And there are
Fuck you,
times
Susie.
just have to take the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, of the Spirit,
Why are they panning down?
and you just
Ah.
you fight, and you have to just stand there until you see a manifestation. Now, I believe that there's things that we can do to speed up this manifestation, but I haven't got
I didn't preview the whole thing. Maybe I should have.
Gee, maybe that would have been a good idea.
No, you're fine. They don't show anything untoward.
Okay.
It's bad enough.
Lorraine, what? Tell me about where you. Tell me.
If you look,
how
he's
old are
actually
you?
wearing pants.
How old are you?
I have a challenge for all of you.
Goddamn
Every
motherfucking
computer in your
ads.
house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer.
And why did it have to be him?
How old?
I don't know.
What are you eating tonight for dinner?
Wow.
A sandwich.
That's a good point, Bobby.
You grew up here in Odd, West Virginia, your whole life. And your family, you lost your brother since I was here last.
Come on, Ray, get me on the board.
Tell me about your brother.
Wow.
Get on the board.
No, of course not. Obama, no one's hating on Ray. He's
No,
exactly
I'm
as he was
just-
born.
Yeah, it's just not hating on him. I just trying to understand
Get
it.
around it. Yeah.
This is so. I can if people would like me
What's your
to,
favorite
but
memory, Ray? Do you remember anything about your
several
life?
still want to watch it. But
Hey.
And you lost your other brother.
probably at least pause it for a minute. So this is oh, I know you guys aren't hating on him. I'm just letting people in chat know. No, I understand. I want to look because hang on. I'm looking at Google Maps. You walked into Incest, Sleazy. Flat top. Okay. So yeah, it was right very close to where we went to the October Sky, the mine and shit like that. And all those houses were broken down and trees and fires and like, and that's close to where they live. So down the same shit.
So you lost your brother? Ray's brother?
Huh?
Ray and Tim's brother?
No, Ray. Timmy is your nephew.
Oh,
Tim's the nephew.
Tim's a nephew. But there's one of the brothers that's missing now.
Well, one of my brothers died.
That's what I'm saying. Who is that?
Freddie.
Freddie, that's right. Freddie's gone. How long ago did he die?
He's been dead for almost 4 years.
4 years? How did he die?
Huh?
How did he die?
He had a heart attack.
Heart attack?
His heart. In his heart.
So tell me about your family. Your parents. Tell me about your parents.
My parents died.
Of course, yeah, they're older now. They'd be very old. What can you tell me about your family?
Not much.
No, you love your parents?
Yeah, I love my family.
Good family.
Wow.
Timmy, you hiding? So, I hear stories about your family that you're.
So let's have a. Because this is rough, and I agree. So it's the Whitakers inbred family. If you want to go finish it, what do we do for / I don't want to say with to be insensitive, but what do we do for / with these kind of people? Like what can we do to make their life better? They live out their lives, and I'm not advocating for something like a euthanasia, but there's no way that they're never going to be anything but that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure there's hella health problems. But is education and job training really going to help? There's probably some significant mental disorders there. So, do we just say, "Oh well," and let you live? Live your life out, and I mean, DNA already degraded too bad. No recovery is possible. Yeah, and I agree with that, but shit, I mean,
at this point, they're already in the state that they're in. I mean, what really can you do? I mean, honest to God, I mean, I'm saying there's probably not anything you can do.
right. And Bobby, yeah, they don't want the help. So, so they don't want the help, and that's true too. They probably think it's fine and want to just continue to. Is it too late to bring back forced sterilization? No, I don't like the government having any fucking power.
You get that goddamn music off here right fucking now.
I was trying to lighten the fucking mood.
Incest. If you can't keep it in
That's
your
good
pants,
music.
and keep it in your family. We used to have a place for this. We absolutely did used to have a place for this.
I didn't mean to snap, but I mean, as a fan of bluegrass, you know.
I didn't even realize that was. I just looked up funny banjo.
Hang on. This is what you gotta play. Jesus Christ. I gotta do everything for you. Oh, shit. Hang on. I'm playing through the fucking ads and everything. Christ on a cracker. Make sure you answer the poll, too. Somebody's got my vote. I actually don't know what this movie is.
It's Deliverance.
Is it Deliverance? Okay. That's the quintessential banjo song, Hayden. Jesus Christ, get your American folklore in order, bastard. Ozzy did it. Try you what?
I mean, if you're gonna really try and throw some, I mean, if you want real good bluegrass, I mean, you got to go with some like Earl Scruggs or something like that.
Ozzy left. He's upset with me. Stacey, you
I
didn't say
think
you
he's
fucking
pissed off
wanted
at me. I was just joking, but
I don't think he's pissed off at anybody.
He might also be very tired because I know he's been really sleepy after the trial.
It's there. No, you don't. It's not Mia Khalifa. It's Jessica Reloaded. No. God damn, I'm trying to get through. Potentially.
Hi. He's figuring it out. He's boomering everything. I'm the chief Jew of not inbreeding. Hello, everyone.
No, I was letting you have your own floor since you were upset because I didn't invite you.
Well, somebody else mentioned it, so I figured I'd troll you with it.
I don't want the government to have any power either. We used to keep mentally ill people and care for them in institutions, but then they got turned loose on society and became our homeless problem.
And politicians.
Mm-hmm.
All of the above.
So what actually happened to the Ohioan? Where did he go? Did he leave or did you eat him?
No, I didn't touch him. I think Kaiser pissed him off.
Hayden, buddy, if you're watching this, I'm seriously, I was not trying to actually be like an ass or anything. I'm sorry, bud.
Peace offering.
Really.
You could offer.
We got bagels. Whoa! Your temper brings us honor to my happy Mushu palace.
Have you turned my clip into the FBI raid open up yet?
No, I haven't yet. I just
disappointed in you.
I'm gonna come.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
China is asshole.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that chick, but I love that it completely covered sleazy.
I think Blanders is just jealous.
He is. He is. He's very.
I think we have an official notice. Don't flatter yourself. I just have work. Okay, buddy.
Honestly, we know that Kaiser pissed you off. Like, you guys got to stop like running away from each other and just have an intervention, because like he'll run away and he'll say that you pissed him off, and then you'll piss him off, and then like it just keeps going back and forth. We just need to make up and know that each of you love each other.
Kaiser, just turn the pineapple upside down and give it to Aussie as a peace offering. It's okay.
That's okay. Let him have your pineapple hole.
Okay, now that we've got that fixed up.
Did you kick Mighty?
Hi, buddy. What's up?
Oh, shit.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You guys have a conversation. I'll go tinkle.
Hey, Mighty, just remember, you gave me all the powers, and I never did that. The Jew had your back. Remember that. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. It was just for that one joke. I've never done that ever before. I was just like, for the joke. I'm like, okay, this will be hilarious.
And now we are the captains.
Look at me. I am the captain now. Y'all,
So-
what else can I say other than, the following?
Don't fuck your siblings.
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.
I'm going to disagree with that statement. The Jews seem to be
we
doing
know
pretty
you're
good.
Jewish. We get it.
There's no inbred Jewish hillbillies in Tennessee. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yikes. No, we're not your supervisor, but just don't, dude. Get some help. Seriously.
Yeah, we really are regressing to 1500s, aren't we?
Apparently so. I mean, really, what else do you do? How much further do you backslide down the slope? I mean, how much further?
I don't want to find out.
I don't either. No, that's just the
but
thing.
I think we're going to.
Yeah, it's just some days, the meteor sounds like a good idea.
You know what's even more fucked up? Is they'll probably outlive the people who aren't inbred. At least they're procreating.
Yeah, at least that's the way that the movie Idiocracy works, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
was supposed to be a fiction.
It was supposed to be a fiction. It's not anymore. It's turned into a documentary. Let's say between what was it? How many of these just kind of goofy, like, oh yeah, let's just make a movie about this, has turned into like like Idiocracy and Demolition Man. Like, whoever thought that those were going to predict the future?
I just want Russia to invade.
Well, I mean, that would at least give us a Red Dawn scenario. So, I mean, that would be kind of fun.
I got a bad comment. It's not my channel. Lainey says, nothing stopping you, sleazy.
Let's see here. Okay, Obama, thank you for letting us know why you're on the list now.
Why stop at 40?
No, procreating children who live in agony and need around-the-clock care. I would think they choose not to live. That's a tough question there. Say, Jam, is forced sterilization of sexual deviance a far government overreach when you can go to prison for murder or spreading HIV intentionally? I tend to. I'm in a weird position because I tend to be a. Mighty's in chat.
Yep.
We kicked him, and it's like, will you get in here already? This is your damn show.
He can literally add himself anytime.
I know. I guess we're just going to sit here until Mighty just starts talking again.
Now he's crying about getting yeeted from his own stream when he can just let himself back in.
One
Put on your big boy
joke,
pants.
That's all it was.
Time.
One joke. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but she was outside the stream. Yeah, Meaty, what's your view on eugenics? I'm curious to hear this. I'll take silence as you support it. That's good.
I won't come back until you and Ozzy stop your feud and your hatred towards each other. When you guys apologize on stream to each other and give each other a great big hug, then I'll come back.
All right. Until then, we're gonna put on The Hub on here on live stream on Meaty's channel. Waiting for him to come back just to meet us all.
Okay. Oz, if you're in chat, buddy, could you come in here long enough to, can we just get this over with? Oh my god. No, Impish, don't you start.
Hey, is the meat backstage?
He's still there, still sitting backstage. Yep.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
Like I didn't see it in preview, you dick.
Put it on stream. There you go. Corn hub. That's what Mighty gets scared of.
I saw the white and orange and knew it probably wasn't good.
I said we were going to put the hub on stream.
Ozzy. Seriously, bro?
I mean...
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Well, I think we've officially gone so far off the rails. I think the show is now unrecoverable.
Just because you won't fucking apologize. Just apologize.
Be a man. Never apologize.
You have no idea how hard I am really holding back right now from absolutely screaming into the microphone right now.
I mean, I'll just take my headset off.
He's pulling his cock out!
So, what was the show topic on?
You can't touch this.
Leanie, to answer your question. Oh, hang on.
Hi, buddy.
No, before you two fight, hang on. Give me 1 second. Leanie, to answer your question, that's a whole separate show, and I would be happy to give you my answer, but not on this show.
Mighty, why are we between...
Where is my camera? Are you okay? I thought it was a funny joke.
Yeah, I thought what I was saying was a funny joke too, but apparently everybody thinks that that was.
Oh, hang on. Let me fix my fucking camera. What do I use? NVIDIA fucking broadcast. Wait, that should just be there. Where is it? There it is. Camera. Why is it set to the VTube camera? I don't have the VTube thing installed anymore. That's bullshit. Okay, there we go.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Oh my god, will you stop with the sound effects, Mighty? No, my wife does not watch Married at First Sight, Corn Pope. I haven't watched it in 6 or 7 years.
And don't you mouth off to me or I'm gonna slap you right in your penis.
Oh, you're starting to piss me off, you little piglet son of a bitch.
So you can play at that game, remember? Alright, get your ass back in here, Mighty, or I'm going to start playing progressively worse ones. You know that I've got them. Oh, you send the Jew. Are you serious?
No holds barred. Go!
9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
Oh, that's a good point, Chadwick. Thank you. I can get the fuck out of here.
There's no makeup session? What the fuck are you here for?
I came in to check that he was okay because you guys were giving him a rough time.
As opposed to what?
Well, I expect you to at least use lube when you fuck him on camera like that. Jesus.
It makes it more interesting for the audience.
It does. We did cover sodomy, and that it's legal now.
Go suck a dick, suck a mother.
That's also legal now.
Wait, it wasn't?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have slipped into the heart of degeneracy. It is nonsense now. So, with that being said, Jesus fucking Christ, Aussie, just give Kaiser a hug. Let's see it. He's to your left. Yep, there you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, clipping that shit.
Mighty, I'm gonna send you something for him.
Oh no, I'm terrified.
I think it would be appropriate if you were the one who showed it.
Impish.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
You heard the Mike Tyson? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so. He does start dancing. I knew it.
The fact that he started dancing to it.
You were expecting anything else?
Oh, I didn't realize it'd have such an immediate reaction. It's like a white girl with fucking tequila and Britney Spears. Jesus Christ.
Did you think the massage was a joke? I was being serious about that.
Okay, for real. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has gone off the fucking rails and we're about to crash. So I'm going to end the stream here. You ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for stopping by. We really appreciate your patronage. And Ozzy.
Fuck you!
Everybody.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Have a great night.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm going to play out with Hottie of the Day. This is an Aussie pick with help from Kaiser.
Fuck this shit,
Good night,
I'm out.
everybody.
Fuck this shit,